Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This.
Hold on.
I can't.
Go ahead, man. All right, we Gucci whenever.
We good.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Episode.
Ooh.
Is that how we start? 161.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just gonna take your word for it. I don't know.
Anyways, welcome to an episode of Please Delete This. Yeah. In the building, we got Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
And today,
Bum, bum, bum,
I am
bum.
excited. So we've been really talking about this guy since about episode 1-2.
Early
Early on. And just, I don't know why it took us so long to get him on the show, but he is here. I'm excited. This guy, I think he might have more titles than me.
More titles in
More
you?
Yeah,
jobs.
more jobs.
There you go.
Yes, because this guy is, husband, father, coach of like 3 different teams,
Crazy.
right?
I don't even play 3 different games.
How
On
does
your
he even
phone.
keep up?
Not
Right?
even.
Right.
I don't play phone games.
I don't play phone games. And then he's a realtor,
What?
like the best realtor I know.
Come on now.
I know, in the state of Rhode Island.
Oh, thanks,
So-
Hashtag blue check.
So I want to, right? Blue check.
So, Darren, I can hear all of that
I'm
foot
sorry, I'm
noise.
sorry.
The mic grabs.
It's like he's never done
There you
this
go.
one. Like
I
there
don't
wasn't
use this
160
one
of these.
usually. Anyways, please welcome your friend of mine, Mr. Bay Lambert, Mr. Real Estate himself.
Hey,
thanks,
welcome,
thanks, you guys.
Hey.
Please delete this, man. I'm a big fan of the show. Been following you guys since day one. So I'm on it. I'm excited, and it's been way too long.
This is my guy.
It's been way
For
too
real,
long of
man.
a wait
That's
for
my
me
guy.
to get on here. So listen. I've been smiling all day. I'm a big fan of all 3 of you, and I follow all 3 of you. So definitely excited, and I appreciate it. I'm grateful for y'all. Thank you.
Many blessings,
And he
brother.
got cute to come over today too.
Look, I see
Yeah,
you
look.
shining, bro.
Yeah, look,
Smell no
I see you
good.
shining, brother.
Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to say something. I know Jen said something. Jen, she blessed me when she came in, but a little something light, something
Shoot,
light.
my bad, man.
It's not like I had it hanging and ordered these for the show. It had
He got the
had a quick special
Right.
shipment came in.
Right.
Added an extra $20
Right.
on the shipment, but
Right.
something light. I appreciate
Real estate
it.
market treating you
Right,
okay?
right.
I
He
see
knows what he's
that.
doing.
Listen, please delete this, man. You gotta show up ready, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
You heard it.
Come on, man. I'm not wearing sweatpants to this.
Come on, man. Don't come here in your
This is
flip-flops.
big.
Don't you
Don't
dare.
come here in your flip flops.
Don't you dare.
Right.
Speaking of sneakers and things, so Bim, you had asked me
Uh-huh.
because you said for some reason you came at my whole life and was
Oh,
like,
my God.
you
She's
don't-
so dramatic.
You do, because that's how you did to me.
Go ahead.
That's how you did to me. You was like, "Ew, you're wearing Yeezys."
I didn't say ill.
You was like,
I said,
"Ew."
ooh.
You was like, "Ew."
Ooh.
You wearing Yeezys today? You was like, you never wear Yeezys, but I don't know. I feel like the footage will show different, but I don't know for real.
Maybe one other time.
Maybe. But I was like,
Mm-hmm.
so, because we're getting into it today. Unless y'all want to talk about your little weekends.
Well, I mean,
we
basically, I
gotta-
thought we were going,
She's omitting. She's omitting, my friend.
But
here.
it's fine. You go ahead.
You're
On
more
your-
important. You're the
Go ahead,
starter.
Jen.
'Cause she's not the starter,
we'll
right?
come back.
According to her.
We'll come
No,
back.
go ahead. It's okay.
No, go ahead.
It's
Sneaker.
good.
I mean, I'm gonna say what I was gonna say.
People on the edge of
but
their
I won't.
seats.
I won't say all of it. We'll come back to the rest of it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got a mask on. Y'all just got me on camera. Mask
I was
on?
about to say I'm vaccinated. I didn't know about y'all.
It's not even on my face right. Like they could have said something at any point.
Darren.
She the one that walk in the store and be like, "Mask, please, mask, please." And she's down here with it.
No, because that would mean I forgot. Y'all had me with a chin strap on camera. Yeah. So listen,
It was fitting right. Coach.
it was like it was holding me like a.
I thought it was part of the wardrobe.
Nah. I already got enough colors on. So listen, right?
Right.
So we watched the Verzuz, but we won't go there. That's why I said it'll come later.
Right.
But Jim had like little leather pants on,
Okay.
and I forgot I own these pants.
Mhm.
They're Adidas pants,
Ah,
and they
gotcha.
look like they're leather, but they're not. So I was like, you know what? I'm wearing those. And I'm not one of those people who wears Adidas pants with Jordans and Nikes.
I'll do that. I don't care.
I didn't ask what you do though.
Yeah, but it don't matter, though.
So it do matter. So if I wear Adidas pants, I'm wearing Adidas sneakers.
Gotcha.
And the only Adidas sneakers I own.
Wealth. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
She
Get
went
it.
down the path and
Uh-huh.
she's like, "Oh man."
She walked right
Aw,
into it. Go ahead.
man.
Man.
Then what kind of Adidas do you wear, Jen?
Yeezys, which his album is supposed to be coming out tomorrow. We'll see.
It's not going to come.
We'll see.
It's supposed to come out today, actually, technically.
Yeah, we'll see.
And last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that too.
We'll see.
Well, I like your sneakers. I like your
Very
Yeezys.
nice.
Thanks.
Your
And I'm wearing a Beavis
350s.
and Butthead shirt.
So can we talk about our guest now?
Because
go.
it's the 40th anniversary of MTV.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Now we can talk to our friend Bay.
I mean, it's just Bay. I mean, it's
No, it's cool.
Are you
He's part
sure?
of the family. Yeah, yeah.
Nobody.
So
I love Jen.
Bay, my good friend, how are you today, my friend?
Doing all right, man.
Tell us about yourself. That's in case people don't know you, or I don't know, how could they not, since the most popular guy in Rhode Island.
About myself. Been a realtor since 2017,
Which is crazy.
which is crazy. Still fairly, fresh in the game. Still new. Still learning a lot. High school basketball coach for East Providence High School girls varsity. It's my hometown. It's where I was born and raised. It's where I played football and basketball. So went back home to coach. Beautiful thing. I'm going on my third year. Father of three.
God bless.
I got a two-year-old son who will probably be locked up by the age of 9.
Man, what?
I wasn't ready for that.
His name is Easton, and then for the people who know on social media, they know what I'm talking about. For the people who don't, this kid is he's in his own world. He makes the rules. Walks around, shoulders up, just looking for somebody to look at him funny.
Right.
Probably smiled 3 times in his short 2-year life.
But great kid.
Then you got the pretty boy, 5-year-old Jackson, who has to curl his hair 5 times a day. It's all about his mohawk. Has about 4 or 5 girlfriends.
I was gonna say, I was wondering if you were gonna say that.
Very, very, very big on his attire. Just became an athlete. Just did soccer, did really well, and he just did flag football. I coached him. Again, I'm a flag football coach for 5U and 6U little kids.
Oh, you're the coach of that team too?
Yeah, I'm the coach of that team.
Where's the type?
Yeah. And then so he's the 5-year-old, and then I got my daughter who's 14, who is the basketball stud. We travel all around for AAU. And now she's going to be a freshman at East Providence High School, where I coach and where I went. So we're blessed.
Very dope.
And there's a big gap. So I had her while I was in college, my senior year at Bryant University. So yeah, with her is we I've been through a lot with her because I was at the bottom coming out of college with a kid, and so she's with her is different. She's seen it all. For me, it's and also a happy husband to a lovely, beautiful wife who's the true backbone. She's the reason why I do all of the things that I just mentioned. She holds the fort down. She keeps me at bay because people know me and my personality. I wear my heart on my sleeve. She's the one that she took the reins of my aunt who God rest her soul passed away in 2008. That was the person that could bring me in. My wife took that on, and obviously along with my mother, but definitely blessed. So beautiful family. I wake up every day for them. I work hard for them. I try to learn every day for them. I go hard for them, and that's it, man. I'm just trying to be a great role model to my 3 kids, and also to the rest of the youth that does, anyone who does look up to me. That's what we need. So
absolutely,
especially being a black male growing up.
Here we go.
This is where I'm at. So I know I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, and you got to move a certain way. But at the end of the day, there's a way to do certain things, and getting the message across. So, yeah, I mean, that's me in a nutshell. Yeah, I coach a lot all year round. Father to 3 kids, a realtor, busy realtor, and I'm licensed in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. That's it.
Yo, let's clap it up first of all.
This is going to be a
For a man
motivational
that
episode.
wears many hats.
Yeah.
And
And also shout out The Rock that his daughter made.
oh, and yeah, she got the same drive as you. We had The Rock on display,
Yes.
Hey.
Stays
Yes. One of her many talents.
and I'm guessing she gets that from somebody, figuring out how to hustle. So I was gonna ask what drives you, but we already tackled that, family. But what examples did you have coming up? Like how? Because even though folks have a family to provide for, they don't. It's usually out work hard, do overtime, do whatever to put food on the table. But you're there.
Right.
You're doing what you can during the day, and then you're coaching. for two children's teams. Like, how did you figure to go about that route? Was there some example you had as a kid? Was it coaches as a kid that you saw?
Yeah, I had my dad. It started off with my mom and dad, and also my sister. My sister is 10 years older than me, and she still holds a record for whole high school. She's a track star.
Oh.
My sister Tisha Lambert.
What event was it the record for?
It was in, I think it was the 40 of, it was indoor.
Indoor,
so I think it was the 40.
Yeah. Wow.
It might have been broken, but I know a couple years back she still had it.
Wow.
But she ran track, and she was all over. Like, we used to travel all over, and I was, at that time, I'm 10 years younger, so I was the little kid that just was traveling all over. That's how pretty much I was, got into sports, and my dad would watch it religiously, and my mom, like, see, the thing is, my mom is, like, pretty much probably more into sports than my dad is.
Is that right?
So, like, yeah, like, my dad would, like, have to get up and leave because my mother's screaming at the TV. So,
She's
like,
that mom.
So if my dad's not home, it's not like, okay, we're not watching sports. No, my mother's like, we're watching this. She's and, like, she'll text me now. She has about, I still bust her chops to this day because she has about 6 NFL favorite teams.
It's
can't
funny
believe
because
She always got a team in the
football was on
playoffs.
when I left, and I was like, damn, they were like, yeah, I like that podcast.
So she's
That's why she was late.
she's very involved. So my long story short, my parents were very involved in my life, and their kids' lives, and I learned that from day one. Where my dad, they both didn't graduate college. They both came from blue collar families. They had to work at a young age. My dad, he basically, what amazes me about him is, and to this day, like, I would play flag football, and I look up and my dad's there.
Wow.
And I'm 33, 34 years old. My dad's there.
Wow.
He's at all my kids' games today, his grandkids' games.
That's
My
dope.
dad never missed a game. And at one point, I was in 6 different basketball teams.
Wow.
He never missed a game. He turned down high-paying jobs because it didn't fit with my schedule.
Love it.
So as a kid, I'm like, wow, the sacrifice that he's making. And even my mother would leave work. Like, listen, my son's playing today. I gotta go. And she would miss out on making money. And sometimes it would be, and I know growing up, sometimes it'll be check to check. But they were happy and they were blessed,
Right.
because they never missed their kids growing up. So me as a young age, and I seen a lot. You know what I mean? My I have family my mother's from Harlem, New York. My dad's from Montgomery,
We're gonna talk
Alabama.
about Harlem.
Yeah, my dad's
Let's not even go there yet.
my
But yeah.
dad is from Montgomery, Alabama. So it's a close knit family. Like, the cookouts, God rest my grandmother's soul, and my nana as well. The cookouts used to be huge. Every weekend it was like, you have a cookout and it's like not 4 or 5 people. It's like 50 to 60 people. Like, that's what it was every weekend. So me growing up, it was all about family. My dad was very strict, and there were certain times I'm like, oh damn, like, I get it now, and I am who I am today because how hard he was to me. Like, I remember coming home one day, I seen some of my friends, the way they talk to their parents, whatever. I came home one day, I was late. I was 5 minutes late, and I stomped up the stairs. Back in the day, he let me have it. You know what I mean? But he taught me discipline. He taught me respect. Like, to this day, I talk to him on the phone. I still say yes, sir. My mother, sometimes at one point I raised my voice. I didn't sleep. You know what I mean? Because that's my mother.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised. So I think being raised by them and seeing how we were as a family, and how my dad and my mother was, like, especially my dad, man, he used to videotape. Like, we have a whole closet and he made copies. I have all my games are on VHS.
Wow.
Every single game
That's
I
a
played.
big deal.
From Little League baseball, every single game I have is on VHS.
Bro.
So
That's priceless.
they were that involved. And as a kid, yeah, I loved them for it, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now because I'm a father.
Yeah.
And, and that's how I am today. Like, no matter how busy I get, like, for me, there's certain things I can do in real estate right now that I should be doing. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to miss my kids grow.
Right.
Because my parents were the same way. Because, like, you can't get that back. You can't buy time back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, yeah, you want to be wealthy, you want to be well off. But what really makes you happy? It's family. It's love.
I love that because I was just talking to the wife. Actually, I talk to her about it all the time, and my mother, because same, growing up, West African parents, hustling, running around. And at the time, almost the reverse of yours, we would go to games and stuff. And it was like, yeah, you know, it was normal. Mom just dropped us off and she'll pick us up after.
At least she
we'll get a
dropped you
ride.
off. I took that damn band bus to all our little performances.
Well, we took the bus when there was a bus. If there was no bus, they dropped us off and dipped. But then later in life, I'm like, damn, my son playing sports and I'm going to everything. And he appreciates it. I wish they could have done it. So I'm doing it more because they couldn't. And could have taken other jobs. I was working in Massachusetts for a little bit. I came back. Time is so much more important. You figure out how to survive outside of that, but time with the family, time with the kids, man, it's paramount.
Listen, that's what I live by. It's everything. And my wife's really big on that.
Yeah.
So that makes it even like there's sometimes it's like, you know, we go away and it's just like, you know, we travel all the time for basketball. And you know, she holds down the fort, and I really don't understand. Like I come back and I'm like, she has 2 kids and she's still working. She's a nurse, and it's like we just get up and go. So it takes a village, it takes a team, but as man, you know, and my father's not perfect, and I'm not perfect, but when it comes to being a parent, a father, and then also a mother, they're perfect, and it's crazy because you came up like you said, reverse. But we both have that same mentality, and that's what it's gonna take, man. If all the fathers were like me, you, and Darren, you know, sitting here right now, because that's why I'm honored to be here because of what you just said, and I know how Darren is as a father, and I see you, I follow you on social media. You guys are somebody who, you're my peers, but I also look up to you and I try to follow and emulate, because every day I'm not sitting here, I'm not perfect, I don't know everything. Right. You know what I mean? As a parent, as a father, I don't know everything. You got to try to learn every day. Oh yeah. And from this podcast alone, I learned certain things from you guys. You guys don't even know, and I'm saying it now. I take notes sometimes when I watch it to apply it to my life. You know, whether it's real estate, whether it's parenthood, whether it's a topic I don't know about. There's a time where I'm bringing up a topic and I'm talking about people like, damn, you're educated on this. They don't know. I just watched Please Delete.
You got it from Darren, right?
And got it from any one of you. But I didn't know nothing about that topic beforehand. You know what I mean? So that's how I move. You know, and you gotta, and the thing I try to teach my kids, and I know you guys probably do too. I know you do, and I know for sure you do is if follow your heart, follow your dreams. Yeah. You know, there's things like for me, sometimes I fall. And he knows me. When I get an idea in my head, I'm doing it.
I heard about.
I was gonna say I was gonna bring that
33?
up. But I was waiting. I was gonna wait.
Yeah, we can talk about how that started.
Well, we were gonna talk about it. So I actually went back and listened to that.
I see our minds are clicking tonight.
I was so
we
worried.
click all the time.
When Jen said this morning, she's like, "I'm gonna go back to listen to the first couple of episodes." I was like, "Oh no!"
You know what I was looking for.
I know what you were looking
You know
for.
It was
what I
gonna
was
happen
looking for.
anyways. You know, I had it in the chamber.
Loaded.
I was ready.
So I'll add that this guy is one of my good friends, and one thing I appreciate about our relationship is that we have the dialogue where we can challenge each other as men, as fathers, as husbands, in these big roles in our lives, and I'm able to like bounce something off him, and he's able to bounce it off me, and we're able to have that dialogue, and that's super important. You know, same thing with you, and it's super important to have people like that in your life where, you know, you can learn, you could grow, you could be challenged, you can, you know, fail, and you still have somebody behind you. So definitely big up to you, my friend.
Yeah, we went at it a couple times.
Yeah.
You know,
That's healthy.
It went left, healthy. But that's brotherhood. You know, he would call me and be like, and I knew I'm like, what's up? You know, because I knew something would happen, and then Darren's on my phone. And I'm like, hey. So I pick up. I'm like, yeah, what up? Hey, I know it ain't like, yo, what's up? We going out. It's like, yo, you're tripping right now. You're bugging. All right.
Hey, this is what I'm hearing, and
I get it.
And
you know,
he
and that's
lets me have it, and
and I let him have it too on certain things, and but that's healthy. That's it's real.
I got 2 brothers. We fist fought my entire upbringing, and we love each other more than anything. Yeah.
You hit Wale? He's so pretty.
I hit Wale. I hit Shenny. I hit them both at the same time. We all fighting.
Wale must have gotten a lot.
Was that?
Wale must have gotten a lot.
He's the oldest. What you mean he must have gotten a lot?
Yeah, he would, challenge. Me and Shenny would challenge him.
Really?
No, tag team.
I would think the 2 of you would go against. Anyways.
Yeah, but that's brotherhood. We all. Yeah. But that's guys though. Yes. We'll tussle. You see, like baby bears, they're throwing each other all around and stuff. Yeah, that's what we do. It's primal. But that's how we learn and build respect for each other.
Yeah, real quick, a quick example. One day we were, it wasn't even alcohol because we weren't even like drinking, and we were, with me like being affectionate, and then I guess with my daughter, it was like, it was like, I was like, oh, I really don't, because it came up that she was like, she hugs me all the time, and sometimes I don't hug her back. I'm like, yo, it's like 6 hugs today, like I hugged you twice already, like I'm all hugged out today, like you ran out of the hug bank is empty, you know, and then here you go, Mr. Calm and Cool and Collective, but likes to stop the fire as he's calm, cool, but bae. Why don't you hug her back? So now I'm across. We're in the backyard. We're at my deck, right? Am I lying?
It was a good.
I'm across the deck and I'm giving. I'm like this.
Yo,
that's what we gonna do today, right?
Yo.
So then I'm answering back, right? And then Lord behold, somebody else was there. So he had backup.
Oh boy.
So
Darren, read the room, man.
So
Darren don't read no room.
I was really just, you know.
So, but you know how Darren is. Like Darren, he has to have clarification with everything. Yeah. So it's like with me, accurate. I'm brushing it off to him. I'm not really. I'm dancing around, and he's like, he keeps coming at me like, why are you not answering me?
I just want to know.
I want to know why.
Tell me why.
And from that topic, it went left. I went inside.
It went far left.
I was tight. They left. I didn't really say goodbye.
Nope. I was like, damn, he hates me.
So then he kind of felt the energy. He hit me up after, and then he called me. I was like,
Yo, it was like a good solid week.
Yeah, good week. We weren't really, you know, I was dodging his texts. Wow. I didn't want to talk to you. You know, it was like a marriage. Like we were really we were in a fight.
I was talking to the wife. I was like, man, he's never invited.
So then I expressed to him how I felt. He understood. He explained to me where he was coming from. We dapped it up, got the boys together, and here we good.
And that's it.
You know, we good, and
that's understanding each other as people too. Because if you didn't,
topic went left.
If you didn't know Bay well enough, that could have been it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So, but we're not gonna skip around 33. So, nope. I was
hoping, man. I knew it was coming.
No, we gonna get into real estate. I'm gonna ask when the market's gonna crash, everything.
But everybody's waiting for this stuff.
Yeah. So for those who don't know,
that was the episode.
Boom! That wasn't it. What episode number was that?
3. Because I skipped through 1 and 2, and I was like, wrong one.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, you need a cup. Need to get you a drink.
Where'd the cup? So there was a revelation on episode 3 of the podcast, and we need
you to stick the landing on this.
And we learned something new about Darren. We learned that he was in. I don't want to be disrespectful.
An R&B group.
There you go. I almost said band.
I know what you was going to say. I knew you was going to say boy band. I was like, no.
R&B group. Tell how it is.
So he was in an R&B group. Mm-hmm. And Jen and I had a ball with this information.
Ooh, wait. Listen. If you ain't heard episode 3, and I was listening to it today, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope he hasn't heard this. Because it was just so dumb. We were so tickled by the whole situation.
So since we have Bay here, and from what we understand, you're the architect.
So I don't think we explained exactly what we're saying though.
Oh, go ahead.
So, like Bim said, we've known Darren for a long time. We have a group chat. That's how this podcast started, from our group chat. And so we talk virtually every day. Now we talk pretty much every day. Episode 3. It's February 2018. I'm sure it was a cold day.
She's good, man.
Because you posted it on Facebook.
Had to be Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bay posted on
kept
Facebook.
Tagging me and stuff. Even though I untag myself, he still tagged me.
And I would tag you again.
Tag me back.
I would look to see if you did it, and I would tag you again.
He did do it. Yeah. So
I know he did.
So here we are on the Facebook, and we see our friend Darren's tagged in R&B group, and so Bim and I both said, did you know about this? How long have you known him? How long have I known him? How often do we talk to him? For us both to not know about him singing?
I've known him since he was a small boy.
Everything.
Babe, I've known Darren since kindergarten, yo. I've never heard him sing a note.
I've known him since we were 14. 14 years old. We're like way more than 14
now. It was like violating trust here. Like, yo, what else are you not telling me?
Right, exactly. And it's like, okay, it's one thing for Bim to not know, but I know, or for me to not know and Bim knows.
Right.
But neither one of us had ever heard anything about this. So
if I didn't post it, you still
we wouldn't have known.
Nope.
Thank you. So you understand how we feel. So we seen it. We was like, boom, it got brought up because we both was thinking it just like how today. And we was like, it's getting brought up. And then Darren tells us about this friend named Bay. We're like, you have other friends?
That did happen like that.
Like,
That did
who
happen.
are you?
Oh,
Are those
man.
dreads real? Like, who are you?
Hilarious.
So he tells us about this friend Bay, who's a go-getter, and he does all this stuff. And this is like 3.5 years ago. He's like, he does this and he's that, and we're just like, what? And he said he wanted to start a singing group because I told you I listened to it today.
Damn it.
We was watching the New Edition movie, and
Yep,
he was
that's what
into
it
it,
just came out.
and blah blah blah. And we sing "Can You Stand the Rain?" and I do bass, and we're just like, Darren, what? I'm like, yo, I've heard you rap.
1000%. Everything you just said is true.
I've seen him dance. Before that episode, we had never even knew that Darren would sing.
Nah, yo.
Nope.
So,
Thank you.
so we were.
Jen,
I was
thank you.
sitting on the couch. And this is how crazy I am, and this is why I elaborated on it before. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, yo, this is awesome.
Great movie.
I want to do this.
That's it.
So my wife's looking at me like, yeah, what is wrong with you?
Most people said this is an awesome movie. Period.
Yeah,
Right,
Right.
that's it.
Right.
And then you go and you go off to work the next
Not
day.
bad.
I recorded it. I go to bed. I wake up, go get a snack. I sit down in the dock. I put it back on. I'm like, yo, I really, really want to do this.
I could do this.
And I can do this. I just need 3 or 4 more guys.
That's it, right?
Who can I
That's
get?
it. That's all I need. Nothing big.
Oh boy.
So I got on the phone, started calling, started texting.
I think you put it online first.
I put it online.
Yeah.
People started commenting or whatever.
And please pause.
Yep.
Please understand, when Bay puts something online, a multitude of people respond. Every time
Every
I
time.
see it,
I don't see a lot of his posts, but when I do, there's
it's
like mad comments.
There's like 63 comments easy. I see it. Hey, thinking about starting a R&B group, and I was like, he, let's be cute. I use it in the bass. Ha ha ha.
Got him.
Send.
Not got him.
Seriously. 5 minutes later, he
Also
calls
right.
me, and I'm like, ha ha.
I called him 5 minutes after he commented. He shouldn't have commented.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Look at
how it
that.
happened.
That's that
Darren,
curiosity of yours.
Darren, if you didn't wear that short skirt, you wouldn't have been in an R&B group.
So you're victim shaming me now?
You
Yes.
weren't a victim. You were a willing participant.
So we had a conversation.
You tease.
He said, you know
I thought he
me.
was joking.
You know me. Called him back.
Yep. Yep.
Just come over. Let's have a conversation.
I know that's
Wow.
We're gonna have a meeting.
Wow.
Fuck me.
He came over. We had a meeting. We talked about it. I talked about my vision.
Yep.
This is real. This is really happening. right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm talking about my vision. Right?
Yep. I
Eventually,
remember.
I want to be singing at bars,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
making some money.
Weddings.
I want to
think
record.
Yep.
I want to sing at weddings.
And the thing
But-
is, he's so good with words. He's
Right.
like, he makes you feel like you can do this.
Yeah.
You can do
So-
it, Darren.
So, and I said, Darren, I said, listen, we're all not superstars and professional singers here. And I said, listen, this is good.
sorry.
This is good at the time, you know,
Yep.
dealing with the little kids. And
Yep,
all that. I
yep,
said,
yep. We were
This is
hanging
good
out.
for you to get out the house.
Yeah, yeah, because there wasn't easy.
Make it
was
a
like high.
hobby.
Yep.
Bam, got him.
Hook, line, and sinker.
This guy is good. He just sold me a house
was
somehow,
all-
and he don't even know it.
He was all in. He was in.
Even if I didn't want to do it, I can't let him down now.
So now after that meeting, right, and after I got everybody involved,
Yep. And
what did
there
Bay
was
do?
people involved.
What did Bay do? Bay put on headphones.
He put it
and
together.
Corey and
put it
and choreographed dances the next 48 hours.
Fam.
The next time they came over, I showed them everything.
Yeah, he
Now,
did.
I'm not a good singer, right? I'll be the Michael Bivens.
Right.
They're
But
all
I
the
can-
Michael
I can
Bivins. Is what I
dance.
learned from that movie.
I can dance. So all those moves that you've seen, that was me.
I know
Couple
that's
of them,
right.
I emulated, and then a couple of them I put together
Did your own
myself.
thing. Yep, yep.
Is that right?
Like, Can You Stand the Rain? Y'all didn't see that yet. That was all me.
Don't say yet.
Oh no!
Like,
There's still
yeah,
a chance.
Darren.
Now,
I know that's right.
hey, 30, it might
Send
be
it directly
39
to
might be
Biv.
coming to come back.
I'll direct
39.
it. I'll direct it.
So that's what we did. He would sing. We did a couple. We was like, yo, let's sing a couple tunes. And we got a couple. We got like what 5 or 6 guys
There was-
together.
there was 5.
And some of
There
them,
was 6.
yeah, you know, some of them, you know, I can't sing, but some of them were like, bruh,
There was
like
2 of them
And
really
these
good.
were willing participants, but they
his
didn't have the
bass.
chops.
And this is, and I don't know if you guys know of Ryan Brown. He was one of the guys. He can really sing. He does this. Like,
Okay.
That's what he does.
He advanced in American Idol. He's
Oh,
a
wow.
phenomenal singer. My
Yes.
friend that I grew up with, went to nursery school with him. he was loving it, what he was doing. So he was getting a blessing from Ryan Brown.
Come on, Darren. Don't be
Day.
bashful,
Look at that Haitian blush.
So listen. And then what happened?
What happened, Darren?
My daughter and whose daughter?
Whose
Whose
daughter,
daughters came downstairs.
Oh yeah.
We were singing, and they were like,
Wow.
They were so surprised. They came downstairs and was on the stairs like,
Yeah, like wow, you guys sound really good. And I was like, shut up and go back upstairs.
and at that point, it was like, I was like, dude, like, what else?
What
is
else do
it
we
gonna take?
need?
What else do we need? Your daughter's blessed you. Those
And you
those
said
could be
no,
your worst
Darren?
critics. You know what I mean? Your my daughter be like, nah. She was like, Dad, I'm surprised.
Wow.
So then we took off from there, and we're at my son's birthday party. Like, can you guys do your dance routine?
There was only 3 of us.
There was only 3 of us. We did it there.
You and Ryan.
And then, as you see, we did a dance routine, got like 500 likes, inbox going crazy. And then there were certain things that happened.
Yep.
You know, some people lost
Yep.
some dear people in their family.
Yeah.
We
Life gotten away.
and then we kind of fell apart. Then I gotta tell them about this story. Then we were gonna make a
can't
we were
wait.
gonna make a
Thank you in
comeback.
advance.
We were gonna make a comeback.
No, wait.
So we
Breaking
were making
news.
a- we were-
Wait, I'm
yes,
sorry.
I gotta tell it.
Breaking
I'ma tell
news.
it. I'ma
Nobody
tell it.
knew you was making a comeback. This is
This
it.
is
Yo,
hilarious.
Amp.
We were making a comeback, right? Everybody was cool. People got over their grief, and people. We were busy. We had this meeting. We was excited. We're gonna put this thing together now. I even had some spots that we were gonna even perform.
Oh.
So we were gonna get this thing together.
Again, when he goes, he goes.
I go. Like I had it. We get in my basement. We're ready. 4 of us. Boom, ready to go.
Yeah, we had the meeting.
Had the meeting.
Yeah, it was
All
sad.
right, boom.
I didn't want to go, but I said, hey,
Guys, I'm glad we're back.
Yep.
Happy y'all are here.
Yep.
He was on a time crunch that day. He had
Yep.
to do a couple things.
Yep.
Ryan Brown was there. We had another member. I ain't gonna say the name,
Oh boy.
but a certain member.
We in a
So we
team.
talking about the group.
This
you
is
know?
behind the scenes stuff. No one knows
I'm
this.
salivating at the mouth. I'm saying I got the dance shoes on. I got the sweats ready.
We got to figure out casting for the biopic. Just keep that in
I'm
mind.
ready. I'm ready.
Oh, Darren
I'm
spin-off
ready to
biopic?
practice.
Listen.
I'm ready to practice that night.
This guy is ready to go in.
I'm ready to practice
I'm
that day.
I'm
that night.
begrudgingly in here. Ryan is in.
We're in.
Right.
So a member goes.
Oh wait.
Everybody speaks, right?
Yes. Okay. That's.
Then this member goes. So we like, all right, boom. He goes.
So intrigued.
He goes. What do you guys want to do in life?
yo.
Huh?
Yo.
So I'm like, so me and him go like this, right? Because me and him are always in sync. We go like this. We go.
I look
So
at
I'm
my
like,
phone,
I'm like, then he's grabbing me. I'm like, all right, wait for it. Wait. Might be a dance routine going. Call that.
he's saying a lot.
What do you want to do in life? Pop, whatever. He goes. What do you know about green energy?
No. Man.
Yo,
Nah, he ain't take that opportunity
we
to
were
try to.
sitting
Nah,
there.
Yo, I'm like, Bim. I'm like, kids. Bim.
I'm in a rush. I need to hurry up and go.
Yo, fam.
And you have spent 20 minutes
Bim.
leading up to green energy.
This man didn't give a damn what y'all were talking about at all.
No, listen. That's
That's like him saying.
That's not even a
interest you in
gist.
crypto.
So then it was like,
Oh, there's more.
then the pen and paper came out.
Oh, Jesus
Oh, shit.
Christ.
So I'm like, yo, what just happened?
Bay is making contact with him, and I'm in my phone like, yo, what the fuck? What is going on? Bay, what is this?
And I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out what just happened. He's like, all right, put these numbers together, right? 42 x squared, right? Then you got light energy on this one. You add it to this is 200.
He was saying a lot.
And then he said, write down what number you guys would want to make.
Yo, we was now leading up to this. Bay said a spiel.
John, this is a group R&B group meeting.
We're talking about music.
That's right.
Bay is
Bars.
talking.
Like the album's ready to put together. Be put together.
Bay.
I made the playlist, man.
I think Ryan started it with what he gave his explanation what was happening.
Everybody get the expectations.
Yeah.
Right.
It went to the last person for the expectations.
Oh dear.
What do you, and
dear.
the first line was, what do you want to do in life?
I'm just imagining 3 of us from other podcasts and being like, hey, Ben, where do you see the podcast going? Hey, Darren, where do you see the podcast going? And it gets to Jen. What do you think about snacks?
Yo, and we and I'm telling all 3 of us
And
were
at
like,
least that's interesting.
But here's the problem. Us fools sat there
for like another 25
for
minutes.
another 25 minutes or half an hour listening
to this rubbish.
Guys.
Not one of us, when we all wanted to get up, not one of us did it. It was like, yeah. To the point where I was mad.
Oh.
I was mad.
He was mad.
And after that, I was like, wait.
And that done.
Then
Did he come back?
I tried to do another text. And one of the group members goes,
I remember.
can we call that person back that did that? I was like, no. Not happening.
No.
So the comeback was this close.
Oh man.
And then it didn't go left. It went to another planet.
Yeah.
Well, you could have replaced him with Bim because
No.
But
no,
But you could
no.
have replaced him with somebody else.
Yeah, but you're the one who was jealous that Darren didn't tell you about it the first time.
It was
But
the fake jealousy.
this person was super talented.
yes.
Oh, really?
Oh
can
my
sing.
God.
He can sing.
Oh.
Yes.
The boy got pipes.
Yes.
He
Yep.
can dance.
Yep.
Super talented.
Yep.
That's why I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he knew. I don't think he thought it was serious that we were coming back.
Yeah, Simone Biles let you down.
You're
Yeah, I just think
stupid.
he went,
She
but
did.
it turned into it was a meeting about
Music.
30. It was now 34 because we were old. We were
Y'all gonna change the group name every year? Every year was
Yeah.
a different name?
every year.
A
So
new
now we
LLC?
come back as 39. It'll be
Shut
38, 39.
Hey, Darren, you had to do the paperwork?
Yeah.
When's your birthday? Okay.
Yeah.
We get we have to do it 5 business days before the birthday, so it carries over in
First
time.
song AARP.
Right.
That's the first single out. But so
like this.
so that's why we were so thrown off because that's the one when we singing, he kept everybody in line. He was coaching everybody.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
Yes.
And it was like
Yeah. We
it turned into R&B group about 34 into Green Energy.
Because that's what happens at 35.
But here's the thing.
Jen.
Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the problem. We sat there.
we sat.
Yeah.
We listened to a pyramid scheme.
Well, now, can I ask, since y'all sat there, were you kind of hoping that when he was done, he was going to get back on track and talk
Yeah,
music?
but after
okay.
20 minutes, we knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
After 10 minutes, it was like, nah.
when he was done, I feel like we said to him like, so, like, are you in or out? He was like, I mean, I guess. I mean, if y'all remember, he
The
was
energy
like,
wasn't the same.
He was like,
Oh,
I
nah,
guess,
nah.
you know, like he
And
really
with me,
came
it's
here.
all about energy.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Let's go. I'm ready to swear. I got the towel. If it is your love, you know what I mean? Why do I got the dance moves and everything? He's like, I guess so.
Nah.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not meeting
no,
adjourned.
seriously. After that, we were like, okay, so you know, we'll figure it out. We'll be in touch.
Darren was
Yo,
ecstatic.
as soon as I got in the car, I was like, yo, what the was this?
Yo, it messed up the whole day.
Messed up.
I was confused.
He was heated. Now I'm super late to what I had to do with the wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
What's up with Buddy now? You cool with him still?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, everybody's
still
good.
cool, yeah.
we're
Is he
still
selling
cool.
green energy still?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Nobody wants to open up the can of worms, but they talk about everything but that.
But Ryan,
Yep.
Ryan talks about it to this day.
Yeah,
Like he'll text us, he'd be like, "What are we
Yeah.
doing?"
Every
Oh.
so often, because it meant, and that was the kind of cool thing about with it from Ryan. It meant something a little deeper for him.
Yeah.
Like he was like, this was like a brotherhood that I needed at the time. That
Like he
come
was
join
going.
us one
He
day.
was going through a lot.
Come on, Darren.
Oh, you
Tell him
good?
to come join us.
I'll tell him to come.
Yeah,
through.
you have him come out here and sing too. That
Yeah.
boy,
He can sing.
that dude, oof, he got pipes. But we were gonna do it, and Ryan still texts us. He's like, but I know what to do with him. But it's looking now. Now listen, me talking about it now. Y'all, he knows me. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go home.
Say 33 come back.
33's coming back.
And
And I'm gonna get online and say we're looking for a 4th member.
I like
That's
it.
what's gonna happen. And he's not gonna comment, but that's fine. I'll call him.
I'll see it and keep
because he
scrolling.
said it. Like I said, I listened to it driving, and I was like, yo. And even on the episode, we were like, Darren, you sound like you got bullied.
Don't get it twisted. We're doing the moves, right? We're practicing.
He's in it.
Who's the one that's
I
going?
seen him
Who's the
dance.
one doing the counts?
I told you. I know
He's
that's
a
right.
dancer. That boy a dancer now. I know he got
You were in
moves.
it.
Dancing,
Stop
we wouldn't
it.
be surprised.
You
by
was
it.
in it.
But he
Stop
didn't
it.
tell us he could
I
sing
never
too.
said I wasn't in it.
You loved it.
I never said I
I
wasn't in it.
I never said I wasn't.
Guys, I'm gonna give you guys a present.
I just said.
You guys can have some guy time because I'm gonna go do what I do.
Yay.
Oh, Darren said yay.
Yay. Please leave.
But that's like, I don't want to ramble on, but that's how the whole.
That was fun.
But I had to tell that story
Yeah.
because you guys didn't even know there was a comeback.
Yo.
And
I
it
didn't
just
know
went
that there
left.
was almost a comeback. You just told me I just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah,
But
there was a meeting. The lights was dim. It was like I had the candles popping. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, let's do this. It was gonna be a hot to hot. talk about the expectations.
And it was leading up to him.
It was, and that was the last expectation that came out, and it just went.
We were
went
like,
left.
oh, okay.
And the ill thing is like, even starting out, cover group. Y'all was just doing R&B covers, R&B 90s, and then it can just. You never know what it could snowball into. So like me and Jen, we'll joke about it, but that's fire.
Yeah, because the one that did that, he writes music too.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
So we were gonna there was a plan. We were gonna do some covers, and listen, we're four black men, right, who got style, who were young, dance moves, right. You don't see that around here.
Nope.
Right. I study all this before I do it.
Yeah, y'all will get mad gigs in Newport.
Thank you.
It's true. No, honestly.
For real.
I'm being dead ass.
I know, and I hate it. But it was dope. And the whole time I'm like, this guy just, there's no stopping. He's a force.
I love it. And it don't matter what it is, as long as there's something that sparks inspiration and you're interested in. It's like, you know what? Let me get that a shot. Because there's so many people, like me and Jen were joking around about the idea earlier of kicking around, oh, we should look into this and then leave it. Me and this guy will talk about, oh, we should make this into a skit. Won't even bother.
No.
But you actually do it.
Yes.
That's
I do
that thing that people just,
That motivate.
And
That
there's things I do that doesn't work, but okay.
And that's expected.
Life goes on. That's okay.
Exactly.
But if you live life walking on eggshells, right?
Yeah.
That's
And not following your heart, who are you?
It's true.
You're
No,
not
it's true.
you're not yourself. You know, be yourself. That's who I am. Hate it or like it, take it or leave it. That's just who I am. I take chances.
Yeah.
You know, and that right there was, I love music. But here's the thing with him, and why I really asked him, and he commented, he loves music.
Yes,
he
he
can't
does.
he can't lie to me and say he doesn't. He's a DJ. He loves music. I know he does. This
he
is
be
what we're
dancing.
doing. And he dances to music on his own time.
Right. It's true. Sometimes in front of a crowd.
I still remember the
On Jesus' time.
Yeah.
So to quickly segue into another thing, so again, your drive has always amazed me, and you've taken. I've
Appreciate
been fortunate enough to see that drive from the bottom of your realtor career really take off. Like you have, and we've all seen it on social media.
I've been watching it, and I don't even really know him like that.
It's been amazing to
It's
see.
really
Like,
dope.
I remember speaking to
Bless
him,
him.
and he was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna do this. I'm not happy where I am. I'm really taking a chance here. I think it was right around the time of 33 that you were like, I
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
to
because
take the
when we
test.
mentioned it on the podcast, you said he had just started
Yes.
realtor.
Yeah,
So-
I just started the classes and I passed the test on my first time, which is
Come on now.
unbelievable. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, that was crazy.
And since then, I feel like you have really become Mr. Real Estate. Like you see those posts that like, oh, looking for a realtor, and like 5 people are already tagging him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And,
dope.
and it's amazing to see him grow. So can you tell us like a bit of the realtor world and like how you got into it, where you're going, where you're hoping to go?
Yeah, so taking the classes, you know, I had money in my profit sharing, and I was like, all right, let's take these classes, take the test, see what happens. I'm really close with Samuel Alba and then Danielle
What up,
Alba.
Sam? What up, Danielle?
So, you know, Danielle and my wife, they're first cousins. So
Oh,
I used to
look at
talk about, so we were always around each other. And then I used to talk about it with Sam a lot. Sam's like, you should get into real estate. And at this time, like I said before, I got not stuck, but I got into retail when I had my daughter in college.
Do what you gotta do.
I went to college. I had a bachelor's degree. I wanted to be a realtor or work in advertising. At that time, all the real jobs was in New York. I wasn't gonna leave my kid. So easy decision there. I got into retail, and it was just taking years off my life, man. It was just like I was working 80 hours for a 40-hour salary.
Yeah.
There were certain things that it just went left, and they had me all the way out in Brockton. Hour 15-minute drive.
Nah,
I would
man.
get home, not see my kids. It was days I didn't see my kids. So that goes back to we were talking about before, man. How I grew up. I did not want to do that. So took the test, passed the first chance. Somebody told me, so back probably in 2009, 2010, I used to do the pop-ins. I used to do that back in 2009.
Oh.
And when I did that, I started getting a lot of people, and I used to make mixtapes. I used to rap.
You
So
said the Poppins? I'm sorry.
yeah, the pop-ins, like strawberries versus cherries.
Okay, yes.
So I call it pop-ins,
Okay.
these pop-ins.
Yeah.
So get like 100 comments on there.
Easy.
For every pop-in I do, so I've
Easy.
always played it up. For every pop-in that I put up, so you guys know, there's times I really don't want to. Every pop-in I do, I get an inbox of a new client.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy is a marketing genius.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
I
I,
know
Brilliant.
anyone to go into advertising. I see it now.
yeah, every
Brilliant.
so you just you play what works. So you stick to it, and you use it to your advantage. So people used to say to me, "Yo, the following that you have on here is gonna pay dividends to you in the future." And I'm like, I'm laughing. I'm young. I'm like, whatever. Well, here we are. 95% of my business comes from me.
Damn right.
On Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook alone.
Word of mouth.
Wow.
I use my inbox more than I use my text now.
Yep.
So like today, I woke up today. 1 seller, 2 new buyers. You wake up
And
to
I
that.
tried to sell my house through him.
And we
That's
will.
crazy.
But God,
Sorry, because some folks,
this is fun. I'm loving it.
some folks
It's amazing. I love it too.
aren't really too savvy about the real estate world
Yeah.
or what it's like to be a realtor. People are listening like, oh, okay, whatever, big, got a file, he uses Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he gets clients that way. No.
It's not that simple.
It is not that damn easy.
It's not that easy.
And even in this hot market, I know realtors that are struggling.
Yeah.
And somehow you're using your wit, your know-how, social media, tech, whatever, to hustle.
To thrive.
There's a few things that you just hit it on the nose. And let me elaborate on that. So there's a couple things with me. I'm a pit bull. All right. So yeah, you see me. I'm easygoing. He knows it. He knows me. I'm a competitor. Right. So you throw me into a market. You throw me into a let's say not company, but you throw me into a world, a business where there's no ceiling. See, people don't know. I'm a black man, right? Let's we're gonna be real. Let's be real.
Let's
all
go.
right. Please delete this. It's PDT. I'm a
Come
black
on now.
man.
Right.
Tell them.
I'm a black man. So you're giving me a platform where I don't gotta work for the man, and there's no ceiling for how much I can make, and I do it on my time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn
And
up.
seeing what my dad and my mother went through, how can I not win?
Right.
How can I fail? There's too much on the line here. And I literally sat down that day and I'm like, yo, I put everything in a pot and was like, I have this opportunity. And I'm a competitor. Let's go get it. Because here's what you said, it's not easy and you've seen people struggling. When I sat in my class, right? 45 realtors. I remember it to this day. The one thing I remember from the class. The guy got up, the instructor, he said, after a year, only 3 of you will still be a realtor.
It's like
Look to
the
look to your left.
Yeah, look to your right. One of you
That's
all
what he
will be
said.
here.
That's what he said. He said, look around. And when he said that, I said, damn.
Wow.
Oh, y'all gonna be
He said
going.
Should
Three.
I walk out?
He said 3.
And there's a lot of people in those classes that are really not realtors anymore. It's not easy.
At all.
If you're not a people person, this ain't for you. If you ain't got patience, this ain't for you. If you ain't got drive, this ain't for you. If you're not a great communicator, this ain't for you. I'm talking to my clients at midnight.
Yep. Gotta be flexible.
I'm arguing with my wife sometimes because I got to take a call. It is what it is. It's business. It's my business. This is how I got to feed my family.
You're an entrepreneur damn near.
Right.
Yeah.
So here, right now, the numbers that I'm doing 10-year numbers. Right?
Yeah.
Oof.
So people want me to do, I'm supposed to be doing 10-year things. I'm still learning. I'm new. I'm still new in my mind. And in real estate terms, you're still new. I should have an assistant. I don't. I do all my paperwork. Because I'm a black man who came up, who really don't trust. I don't trust. If I have this opportunity, I don't want to mess it up. I'm gonna make sure I see everything.
My family eating is dependent on me. You're not gonna mess this up.
I want to touch
Because
everything.
you didn't want to sign a paper.
Right. Yeah.
I should have a team right now. I ain't got no team. I'm dolo. I put in the work. I stood up studying for them tests.
It's a fact. That's a
My
fact.
kids eat off of me. My kids' lives depend on me.
And I'll tell you, as one of those people that have worked with him in that realtor sense, he's helped me buy the income properties, helped me buy it, and he's helped me sold it.
I was going to
Sell
say
it.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Darren, I want you to say that with a little more.
Yeah, a little gumption.
Sorry. Okay.
That's not a small thing.
Put some bass in your bit.
Some excitement.
You-
The man is here.
You are the bass man from 33 to 39.
God damn it. So, I'll repeat it. This guy was with me buying the income property that we had.
Your investment property.
Our investment property. We got it 2 years ago, and we just sold this week. And so there isn't anybody I would trust more than I would trust him to take care of it.
And you didn't just sell it; you sold at a lovely profit.
At a great profit.
There you go.
Thanks to this guy. Now let me tell you, selling it was not an easy task, but this guy made it. Like, again, me and him are really cool. We're able to vent and talk, and it was almost comical. So finding the property first is very comical with us, because we went to all the showings, and again, we have a good relationship where we can walk into a place and look around and look at each other like, right?
No words.
Right? No,
We're out.
yeah, right. And then selling it was a whole debacle in itself too. But this guy is professional from the beginning to the end. He's able to communicate really well. He's on top of it, which you have to appreciate, because again, you're dealing with a lot of your own time and money, and it makes such a difference. And I remember buying it was such a pain in the ass because of other reasons, and he's able to hear you out. Like I don't yell.
How many conversations I had to have to calm this man down?
Really?
I called him
he's not even like that.
No.
And I had to calm. There was one time I was like, woo.
Yeah.
I said, hang up the phone. I'll call you back in a little bit, because I was on the road. He was tight. He was hot, and he had every right to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that we could control.
Yep. But I'm able to call.
But it's about the big picture, and I
Yes.
told him we'll get there. We'll get to the finish line, and I calmed him down. And that's what it's about. I think what he's saying is that's what it's
you need
about.
in your corner, right?
Because you have a buyer or a seller, they don't know.
No, right.
Right.
I do this every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do this daily, 24/7. So it's all about communication. A lot of realtors out here, they just don't communicate.
Yep.
very true.
And they don't make as a realtor, I got to make sure the pieces to the puzzle are doing everybody's doing their thing. So I got to make sure the lawyers are on top of what they're supposed to be.
Yep.
I got to make sure the lenders are doing what they're supposed to do. I got to make sure everybody's communicating. And at the end of the day, if you're gonna get in this to say I'm gonna make money, and I want to make quick money, it ain't gonna work.
Nope.
I do it to help families. I do it to put smile on wives, husbands, little kids' faces. If you do that, the money will follow.
Yeah, you're feeding something else in you that's satisfying, and it reaps the benefit.
It's gonna feed my
financially.
kids.
Yeah.
But for me, my celebration is watching him sign that dotted line the other day,
Right.
or watching families cry. That's what it's about. And it's about helping people who came to me, there's people who come to me, Bim, and they go, oh, I see what you do. I just want to give it a shot. My credit, I'm probably 4 years out. That's the problem. People don't understand.
Right.
You don't know until you speak to a professional. And the
Right.
professional at that point is a lender. Speak to a lender. So I got somebody saying, oh, they think they're 6 years out. They ready in 3 months. I got them in a house in 6 months.
Yep.
And they
more you
crying
know.
like, I never thought this day would come.
Information.
Well, it came. And it's people, and that's the thing. You turn on TV, you see all these people, you see rich people, you see people doing this. I'm helping normal, blue-collar, hard-working people
Right.
who deserve it.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Oof.
That's what it's about, and the money will follow. So as you see, and I'm sorry, I'm getting, but I get passionate.
Passion.
I get
love that
passionate when I
shit.
talk about it.
shit.
But
I love it.
that's how I move in the industry. Now let's go back to who I am and how I look. I just posted about something the other day.
Please
I
speak
think
on it.
that-
Yes.
So let's talk about, before I post about that, let's talk about my third showing ever. My third showing, I'm showing a house. I come out, nice neighborhood. I only knew it because I got it because I knew somebody who I got it on the seller side.
Right.
2 buyers show up, 2 older women. They outside talking. I went in the house. I forgot my paper because at that time I need everything.
Yeah.
My third showing. I don't know what I'm doing. I come out. I go to this side. So my car's right here. My truck, they're on this side. I'm on this side. They don't see me. One sister talks to the other sister. Oh, you didn't tell me the realtor showing this house was black.
Yeesh.
How dare you not notify me?
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm not going in there with him.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm on my third showing.
In Rhode Island.
I open the car.
Not shocking, but
Open the car, grab my paper. You know what I do.
Slam the door. Hell
Mm.
yeah.
I
I'm
heard you.
here, babe.
They go. They both for their eyes. And one of the sisters, she was like, damn, I'm embarrassed. I said, are you guys done talking? I would like to show you the home. Kept it professional. Walked in. One of the sisters went. The sister that said it did not go in.
really?
Wow.
Did not go in. Showed the sister. Kept at this time. I'm gonna be honest. We all watching World.
Wait, when you say sisters, you mean 2 black women or 2 people who are
Two
sisters?
older white sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 older white. They were sisters. 2 older white women. I'm gonna be real. I'm ready to break down.
Yeah.
But I gotta keep my composure. I'm ready to flip out, but I gotta keep my composure because it's bigger
Right.
picture. Because they want that. They want you to react.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walked through. I come back. I got in my car. Music didn't go on. Sat in the car for like 25 minutes. Didn't even move.
Yeah.
No. Call my dad. God bless me. God bless him, man. He said, listen. You got to get used to it. It's here. You got to learn how to play the game. My dad is 80 years old. He's seen it and done it. So he made me feel good. Boom. That was done. But that's my 3rd showing. A lot of people in my shoes.
Done after
That would
that.
have been it.
That's why I want to start with that.
Right.
Because it would have been done.
Absolutely.
I kept it going.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden I kept it going. 3 weeks later, I got 3 closes in one day. I made it. We here. Let's go to this one. A couple weeks ago.
Excuse me.
Couple weeks. I seen you on there. I seen you come, man. So we I'm showing the house. Another one of my listings. And that's when you know you made it because you get a lot of listings now. So you know you're doing all right.
Let's go.
When you start getting listings now, it's just all buyers. Now you actually selling houses. Now you got, because I just had to order a couple signs the other day. I was like, okay, we go in the right direction. Signs are expensive too. Buy one get 2 free. So we there, or buy 2 get 1 free. So we there. Guy walks in, and you can already see how people move. I already know it was gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna go left like this. Oh, and me now I'm nothing. I didn't have a suit, but I had a polo shirt,
Yeah.
khaki shorts, nice bow dressy shoes.
Yeah.
Typical showing. Even if I was in sweat, so what?
So what?
Right.
My listing.
But
Yeah.
it's summertime.
I can still be professional.
Absolutely.
See, that's the problem. People look at your attire already.
Yeah, they already judge.
Yeah, they're already
Yeah.
judging. That's a whole other conversation. So he looks me up and down. I'm like,
Here we go.
how a guy like you get a listing like this
Oh my God.
in this area? So I stepped back. I said, whew, okay. And that's why I hit him with the, let me educate him. I said, what do you mean a guy like this? So the realtor was looking in another room with the wife, but the wife came back. The realtor was still in the other room because it was another sister with them too.
Okay.
So the wife was there. And you can see the wife already went. Looking at me like crying, like I'm sorry, but didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I go, what do you mean a guy that graduated from one of the best business schools in the world with a bachelor's degree, who's a proud father of 3, who does stuff in the youth, and who's a youth coach and also coaches at high school. And I didn't put this on Facebook. Who's never been in trouble. Or are you referring to something else?
Oof. Oof.
His face.
Hang yourself. Here's the news. Go ahead.
Here's his face. So this is on gas and oil. You know what I mean? Let's change the topic.
Boom.
Is this gas or oil?
Ooh wee.
Yeah, you don't
So
want that.
long story short, this person ended up putting an offer. Now I can't. All I can do is present the
Present it to
numbers.
your-
I can't.
yeah.
You know. But my seller did ask what happened. I tell everything that happened. So if that was her decision on why she did what she did and didn't take their offer,
That's not me.
that's a thing called karma.
That's it.
So long story short, he didn't get it. And I also said, brother, I sold 6 to 8 houses. No, I didn't call him brother. I said, sir, I sold 6 to 8 houses in this area. You need to check your numbers and ask about me. Check the facts. And that was it. And I just got the offer accepted on that home. And actually, I represent both sides.
Come on.
Look at this. You see this?
Bruh.
You see this?
All right. I'm applauding that right now.
So but then I mean that's the stuff when we talked about real estate and me talking to realtors, I got to deal with the extra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
And
when
a
we
lot of
call
things that we
that's
do.
when we call privilege, and people don't understand what privilege is. I just schooled you on privilege.
Right.
Not you guys, but
Yeah.
in general, we just schooled them on privilege. Like I was having a conversation with a realtor. I said, how many times you get pulled over? None. We were like going back and forth. Educated person. We were having a real conversation.
Right.
Consider him one of my real estate brothers. Brother, I got pulled over 5 times because in the wrong neighborhood.
Yep.
Being asked, what are you doing in this neighborhood? And most of the time, we get that same answer. Well, there's been a
break-in.
There's something.
See how you
suspicious.
See how I didn't finish my sentence?
Yeah.
We had a series of break-ins in this neighborhood, so we're just
We're
on
just
the
checking
lookout.
out everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are we good? So now I gotta make sure my paperwork's always good as a
Always.
realtor,
Yeah.
because it takes that one little thing,
A neighbor calling, hey, there's a suspicious guy going into the property next door. It's vacant, so I don't know.
and that has happened to me.
He's holding the realtor sign.
Right.
That
He
has
just put the lockbox on.
and that has happened to me where a cop would come up, we coming out the house, and he's like, oh, what do you guys? I'm showing a house, and the sign's right there, and
He's
I'm
on
like,
the sign.
but now this is like another like.
Okay.
So somebody else is on the sign, but it's just like,
Okay,
and then I literally look to my left. It's crazy that you just said that. I look to my left, and you see the blinds like this, and they close.
Yep.
So I noticed that person. But listen. We ready for this. We built for this. It ain't nothing new to us.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it goes back to what my vision is
Yep.
and what the end goal is. And
Don't
if this is
fumble
what
the
I gotta
bag.
go through to do it,
Yep.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna break down barriers. So now my daughter, my sons have the same opportunity that I had if they want to be a realtor.
Damn
to know
right.
that daddy did it, it is successful.
Oof.
God bless.
Man, shout out to you, brother. And
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate
on,
this
man.
conversation because it's a topic that, listen, I don't really talk about it because I always got my head down, but it was amazing. I was proud of myself because the 2014 Bay would have swung on it, on that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, now I'm like, listen, this bigger picture, you got kids to feed. He wants you to jump out of my shoes.
Yeah.
He
They're looking
wants
for
me
the
to swing.
reaction.
He wanted me to swing on him. Because then I'm the aggressor.
aggressor. You're
I'm
the
the
bad
bad
guy.
guy. I'm
Yeah.
the one that gets locked up.
What are you doing?
But now let me hit you. Let me blast you with education and respect to the point where I didn't even have to yell it. I was calm.
Oof.
And I just 8 miled you. and then
When I go to a battles at
after
all.
that, let's let karma figure itself out.
Exactly.
Which it did.
Oof.
Lesson up.
Bro, and anybody who's listening, if you are a realtor, starting out being a realtor, you know somebody that wants to be a realtor, this isn't a podcast plug right now. I'm not imploring you to share the podcast with your friends. It's not about that. That last section that Bay just talked about, I want you to play that for anybody that you know that wants to be a realtor. You're going to have
Or
adversity.
any kind of sales, customer service, whatever.
Anything where you're dealing with adversity. And there's a reason why, and I know some people may be sick of it, but there's a reason why sometimes we'll emphasize and say, I'm a black man, I'm a black woman, I'm a whatever part group that gets, criticized or ostracized or looked at a
Or
certain way.
marginalized.
Marginalized, thank you, that's the word. Because when we go to work and when we come back home or when we're driving home, we get pulled off, we have to deal with that and then still go to work. Yep. We have to deal with somebody who comes in and thinks I don't belong here doing this job.
And still do my job.
And still
Thank
do
you.
the job.
Thank you, brother.
Respectfully.
Thank you for that,
And then
brother.
go home and be cool and calm with the kids, kiss your wife. And carry that and then go do it
right
again
on
the next day.
nose. Hit it right on the nose, man.
So I salute you, brother, because that's not easy.
Respect.
And please
But you
take
said it.
that
You
as an
said
example.
it. Like there's times where, and here's why I say I learned from y'all, because that right there, I'm gonna go back and play that, and play that for people.
Yeah.
What you just said, because that's the thing. We have to go to work and face adversity before you deal with adversity at your job.
Oof. Oof.
Damn.
And that's a fact.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
true.
not lying here. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this for Instagram or Facebook or trying to be. This is I'm giving y'all facts.
We wish this stuff didn't happen.
This is my everyday success,
Yeah.
but it's also my everyday struggle. And you got to learn how to deal with that struggle to reach success. And that's it. And listen, y'all can say whatever you want. I married a white woman.
Yeah.
So what y'all gonna say to me? My kids are mixed.
Yeah.
So you can't say nothing to me. But at the end of the day, I am a black man.
At the end of the day. At
And,
the end
and
of
when
the
we
day.
go into certain restaurants, people look at us funny.
Regardless of if your wife is black, white, purple, yellow, or otherwise.
Otherwise, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna look at us funny. And my wife, and she says it to this day. She's like, "Yo, I didn't know it was like this. Wow.
Yeah.
We see it. We feel it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's to the point now. We have so much love in between us and with our kids. It don't phase us. You know, because that's part of life.
Yeah.
And you got to learn to adjust to it, deal with it, because you can't let that knock you off of your course and where you want to go in life.
Absolutely.
And that's my message to people. That's my message is that you don't have to be a young African American, a young black realtor. You could be whatever you want to be. And this is also for anybody of any race.
Word.
Right? Spanish, Asian, white,
Absolutely.
whatever. It don't matter. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to your core, your beliefs, and stay on your course. Don't get out of pocket because people want you to get out of pocket. There's a ton of haters in this world.
It's a fact.
There's people hating on everybody sitting at this table right now. This hater, we at this table got haters that we don't even know about.
Hi.
But here's the thing: you
listen
should
to the
have haters. You should have haters because it goes back to what Cat Williams said, man. Oh my God, what he said. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right.
Oof. It's true.
Because people are hating on you because you are doing something successful. Yep. You are doing something right. Yep. But don't. Hey, listen. Keep that vision.
Word.
Stay on course.
Love it.
God bless.
I had another real estate thing, and then we could wrap after that, unless y'all had something else real estate.
I had something, but
related.
it wasn't real estate. But I was just gonna say,
This is
something
awesome, man.
Something
Wow,
that we
this is
never
awesome.
talk
No problem,
about
brother.
is interracial relationships. Like you said, your wife is white. I tried it once with a white guy. I'm gonna say interracial relationships ain't easy. I was like, I can't do this.
They're not easy.
So salute to you guys being able
And I had a lot
to
of
push through.
Somebody walked by me.
Group of EP,
Listen,
you know what I mean?
128. We'll edit that out.
I was gonna play something that didn't have anything to do with this, but now it does. So-
and I mean, I'm saying a lot of them meaning like I've dated more than one white female.
Right.
And somebody messaged me one day. I was like, oh, babe, I guess if it ain't white, it ain't right, huh? And I'm like, wow. That's wow.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
That ain't cool.
Yeah, that
you know
ain't
what I
cool.
mean? But
Wow.
Damn.
interracial relation. Yeah, edit that out. Yeah. Interracial. That's just us having real talk. But an interracial relationship.
It's different.
It's
because everywhere you go, like I said, I hung out with this person for maybe like 3-4 times. It wasn't like a long stretch.
right.
But every time we went somewhere, you just felt eyes on you, and it was just like I was like,
You felt it.
Yeah, I personally am not strong enough for that. So once again, anyone who's in that,
Oh, I love it.
you know what I'm saying? You do?
I love when people look at us. Me and Claire both funny.
Yeah, that's
I can't
different.
wait.
You just like attention. You a diva.
No, because I want them to say something. Because I'm not gonna be the one to say anything. She is, and she's gonna let you have it.
Oh, you just gonna sit there
Just
eating
like with
your...
your wife.
Yeah, but it pays for me to be 230 pounds, 6'5".
Yeah,
Because they're gonna tread lightly.
Because
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
we were just on vacation. I'm over here, you know, wife looking good, got the dress on. People looking like, what you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah, what you
Say
gonna
something.
do?
Say
Say
something.
something. Say something. You know,
Right.
that again, it goes different ways with it. You know,
Yeah.
but it's not easy.
It's not easy.
What
is my
you said
point.
is the pinpoint.
Yes.
It's you feel it like.
And it's
Like,
not, you know what I
what?
mean?
Like-
Like, it doesn't matter how cool you and that person are or whatever it is. It's just, that's a whole nother element that is added to your relationship that you either weren't ready for or you have to be ready for and you're always aware of. So,
Right.
and it was,
But instead of focusing on what you guys were going out to do, right?
right. Now you're
worrying about
heads
this,
on a swivel.
And
like-
you're not even enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I
And I
mean?
was
So-
like, you know, whether or not he's cool or not is a whole different thing. I couldn't even focus on that because I'm like, I can't, this is a whole different life
Right.
that I know I'm not built for.
Right.
So, you know, because I know a lot of times, especially black women, we come at black men for being with a white woman or vice versa, whatever. But you got to know that if that person's with somebody of a different race, they're also dealing with a whole different dynamic that you're not aware of. And if they're doing that, then it means they're really into that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Jen, oh my God, I'm glad you said that. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Honestly, that was awesome.
Applause all
for that.
around.
Shit.
Applause all around.
Respect
Wow.
for that. Yeah. It's all about love.
Speaking of white women, though, y'all see what Carlton did? Alfonso was wilding, yo. Hold on. So he was at a rock
Mr. Ribeiro,
concert.
is he Cape Verdean?
I
don't
thought he
know
was
what he
Dominican.
I seen him in the headlines, but I didn't see what it was for yet.
I'm going to play y'all the
Ooh,
audio. He was
wait.
on stage at a rock
Are we
concert.
going to get sued? 'Cause I don't want to give Alfonso Ribeiro $1,000.
Just-
There's some hot white out here.
y'all hear that?
Did you say hot white P word?
And now, hey Alfonso, now I gotta say, listen, I have been known to some white girls in my lifetime.
Oh, no, the service. So he continued on to say, I've been known to some white girls in my lifetime, but I ain't seen white like this in here. So,
Yikes, Mr. Ribeiro.
It's not unusual for him, but he.
I was gonna watch Fresh Prince tonight too.
Wow.
I don't know what got
What
into the
prompted this?
brother.
He just.
It sounds like alcohol got into it.
It sounds like it. But
BET gonna delete him. They gonna delete that show.
Yeah. So we don't support that over here. That kind of
No,
shit.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Yikey, rude.
But yeah, the real estate thing I was going to ask before we left it.
Yes, sir.
When's this crash coming? Because I'm trying to predict this thing, and you're in there, man. I just want to know. I want to make some more money.
Moving and shaking.
Come on, man.
I don't think a crash is going to happen. I think the market, as far as right now, it's insane as far as the seller's market. I'm listing a house in Foxborough, nice house. I actually sold it to the buyers. Now they're gonna sell it. 5 active houses right now in all of Foxborough.
Really?
Foxborough, 5 active houses.
Bruh.
So the inventory, I mean, and then it was leaning that way, and then COVID just took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like there was 3 months where there was nothing happening.
Yeah.
People don't want people in their house. You know, the vaccinations came, stuff starting to open up a little bit more. Crash per se, like it did years ago, like
Yeah. 08 or
08,
06,
2006.
around there, yeah.
I don't see that happening. But I do like you can already see the interest rates are starting to slowly go up.
Okay.
I mean, there was somebody a couple months ago, we got them approved at like 2.4,
What?
2.5.
What?
That's why everybody and their mother's refinancing right now.
And isn't Biden doing the first-time home buyer credit?
15 grand.
15
Come on.
grand.
And it's-
that,
yeah.
that was and when I first started, it was a $7,500 credit. And then
With
they got rid
Obama.
of it. Yes,
Yeah.
they got rid of that. So now that credit's coming back, and now it's like okay, you know.
And that's just for this year, the rest of this year, right?
The rest of this year. So
Jeez.
that's what we're hearing though. Listen, and that's why I walk on eggshells because real estate, it changes every single day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this now. A crash could be happening. We don't know. As of right now, what I see and the stuff that I study, you know, the seller's market it's gonna die down.
Right.
Where I mean, there's, I mean, I could sell my house right now for 160 grand more.
I believe it.
Sell our house, and it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane what these houses are going on the market for, and people like. Let me put it like this. I tell them this all the time. I had a buyer a couple of weeks ago, so she went $48,000 over asking, with no inspection, and was not top 5.
What?
Amazing, right?
What?
Amazing.
I had my last for buyers, right? Listen to this. I got some stats for you. My buyers, the last, let's say probably 11 out of 14, 15, no inspection.
Really?
People are going because you're not gonna get it. If a house is moving ready and you're looking at it, if you put an inspection, so there was a house the other day, they got 29 offers.
Oh my God.
29 offers, right? In a matter of 48 hours, 29 offers.
And this is listing it at market value.
At market value.
Oh my God.
29 offers, right? Probably 19, no inspection. So and then now people are buying houses like it's QVC.
Is
So
it?
people are online?
Are you seeing like a lot of out-of-state buyers?
Yeah.
They said that
Okay.
on the news
Yeah,
a
so
couple
New
days
York,
ago.
New York's coming in heavy.
That's why. Yeah.
Boston because it's too expensive. So you look at COVID, along with it was already expensive.
Yeah.
Like I got somebody who came from Back Bay. They're paying a studio apartment is like 400 square feet. They're paying like 2,300.
Yep.
400 square feet. So you can literally jump to your kitchen, jump to your bathroom. So everything is in a box. 2,300.
And they're like, I might as well go get a mortgage.
Where you can come down to
Pawtucket.
even Foxborough.
Yeah.
But you can come down. Yeah, you can come down to Lincoln or Pawtucket. My fault. Pawtucket, and get a 1,700 square to 2,000 square feet, and you're paying 1,800.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
And then the rest of that goes to your little train ticket.
Right.
whatever.
Your little
Hop on the
train
train, especially in Pawtucket. Hop right on the train and
Right
go to
there.
work.
So I've been saying to these guys for a while, because you know where my house is.
Yep.
It's on the North Providence line or whatever. And I've been getting texts and calls for years, and it's not even my house. Like, oh, do you want to? Yo, this was from August 4th. Today's what, the 5th?
Yes.
Yesterday. Hello, this is so-and-so from such and such. The reason I called is that we just sold your neighbor's property and noticed a lot of interest in your area. This creates a great opportunity for potential sellers. If you're interested, we can set up a free seller's consultation in order to determine what your property would bring on today's market. Feel free to reach out if you had any questions.
So what?
And I didn't read that. Hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even read the whole message till just now. I didn't notice that this person sent me another message today. There is no better time to be a seller than in this current market. Let me know if you have any questions about real estate or would like to set up a valuation.
Please answer me.
So years ago, I started getting these messages like I've been telling these guys.
Yep.
And I'm like, something's happening. I don't know what's happening, but something is happening. And then they talk about the train station they're trying to build in Pawtucket. I'm like, yo, something is happening. My brother had a house like a mile up the street. They would text me for his house. I definitely never owned his house. Do you know who owns blah, 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 blah street? We're trying to buy the house. And I'm like, so I've been telling my mom for a while, like, I don't want to sell this house. I'd rather rent it out because something's happening.
Yeah.
And then
I text from one of those people.
You see?
Yeah.
She gets letters all the time. I reached out to you when we were thinking about selling or whatever. And then my brother came back to me, which he was the one trying to get me to sell it in the first place. And he's like, no, if you can buy it from her, you're better off. And I looked up some apartments. We talked about renting and all that.
We do.
And I looked up some apartments. I'm like,
Rent is nasty.
it's really bad. And I was willing to pay a little extra for rent, but holy moly.
Rent's insane.
It's
Yeah.
insanity. And I'm like, I could rent this house out for twice the mortgage if I really put my mind to it. It's crazy out there right now.
Yeah. It's wild.
So that's people. A lot of people. I don't do it because I don't need to. But a lot of realtors pay for leads.
Really?
That's crazy.
So there's realtors out here that they pay for leads. So they
One of them, I asked them.
They drop 400, 500, 600 a month.
Oh, you're talking lead gens like yellow letters, stuff like that.
Yeah, so
the
like
text
you got
stuff?
companies that'll reach out to you. They reach out to me all the time and they'll just say, listen, we're looking at your area in Warwick. We see this. We can get you this amount, and would you like to do? So it's all about companies that try to contact you, and then you pay them a monthly or weekly fee.
Gotcha.
And what happens is, so anything that you do as far as your house, anything that you put in, or anything that you buy, or something like that, it's all about social media, or it's all about being on the computer. It's all about the internet. That goes and they'll track that gets into their portal, and then they consider that a lead.
Yeah.
And I always think of, if you know me, you know, I admire Master P. And I always think about him and his skits. I think it's on Solange's album.
Yes. A seat at the table.
Yes, seat at the table, where he says something about how, like, when he was first coming up and he was trying to sell mixed CDs out of his trunk, and he had record companies coming at him trying to sign him, and he turned them down, and how his brothers and everything were coming at him like, yo, how did you not take that deal? And he's like, if they're offering me $1 or $2 million, I gotta be worth 10 or 5 or something, because the white man's not gonna pay me $1 million to not get their money back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if all these people are coming at me for this house, there has to be an end game to it where it makes sense for them. And it's so consistent. It's happened for such a long period of time that people who are in real estate, who know real estate, are coming after this one little basic ass house.
Yeah, but it's they don't have the best interest at heart too. It's
Right.
about
It's all about a flip.
It's all about a flip.
It's all about getting money.
I sold a couple houses in this area, so let me jump on this one.
That's it.
For me and you, I told you when I walk in here, this is personal. You know what I mean? This
Absolutely.
This right here.
And I felt way more comfortable.
We even argued about the commission.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? What we talked about,
Yeah.
we're not gonna elaborate it.
Yeah,
by.
I'm like,
So
I'm not gonna let you undersell yourself.
She said, no. And then I said, all right, well, dude. She was like, yeah, well, all right, that I can agree with that, and that's final.
We can meet
And
in
I'm
the
like,
halfway.
I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I'm all about, listen, when I sat down, her mother is the most loveliest person you ever meet.
Hi, Alice.
And when I left out of there, I'm like, it's about helping that lady in there. And that's it. That's
And
what
that's
it
back
that's
to
what-
your
I
mission with
appreciate
real
it.
estate.
and it goes back to my mission.
And I had told him we had a real estate agent. The sign is still in front of my house.
Remove it.
Matter of fact, if you need a free sign,
You need
you can keep that.
just
hang the chain
Nah, I
up.
just got that discount.
You know what I mean? 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
So yeah, this other agent, I honestly never met this person. Don't know what his name is. All I know is I pulled up to my house one day and there was a sign outside my house. I said, Houseway. How do you put a sign in front of somebody's house and you didn't meet the people who live there?
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's people that do that. That happens all the time.
yeah,
Oh,
and,
I have heard of that actually.
and then the fact is that when we took the house off the market, he kind of had an attitude and then never picked up the sign. And then she called him like, yo, your sign's here. He don't care. How do you throw away a real estate sign? It's like solid
you
wood.
just put it to the side somewhere.
So it's behind the trash cans. I don't know what to do with it. So like, it's like when you see that lack of humanity in it, And then I reached out to Bay like, okay, we're thinking about it, and it was a completely, even within the first like conversation,
responding right away, right?
it was just like, yo, all right, I can trust this. It's cool.
I was ready to come over that day. You was like, yo, let me talk to Mom. Say, let me bring it to Mom.
Like he
Let me get her
came with a
comfortable.
folder, and he had just been on the road with the team.
I just got back. I just got back and I met her. I just got back. I didn't even unpack the luggage and I went straight over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
And I told her, I said, I'm on my way back. I want to see you because I felt bad because she hit me up. We was already away. And I was like, nah, I come back here. She was like, are you sure? Because this one she got the caring heart.
Right.
Like, she does.
No,
she's like, no, we can do it. I said, nah, let's do this. So I went, dropped Maya off. And I went straight to North Prov.
Man.
You know what I mean?
They
So if
did.
you're looking for someone who actually gives a damn,
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate
actually
that.
cares about what's happening and what's going on with your house. Not somebody who's going to sell you a dream. Because we all watch HGTV. They make it seem so simple.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? All you got to do is put some Subway tile behind the stove and then you're good. Like, no, it's not that simple.
Put 20
Trust me.
grand in it.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Love it or list it. Like,
Without saying that, you got to put 20 grand in it.
you know,
I
so,
get it.
you know, it's very important. You know, like you said, you did retail. I'm in retail. I've been in different parts of retail. Been working for this particular company for like 14 years now.
Damn.
It's crazy, right?
Damn, you get a pension or something? You don't even know.
When you find out, let me know. I don't-
It's funny because I usually if I refer somebody to him, I feel like I tell them, hey, listen, you have to be ready for this
Yeah.
because if you're gonna go to him, he's gonna
going.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I'll give you that buffer time. I'm not.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it moving.
I sent my sister Mushi to you, and I told her before you hit him up, make sure this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready to go because he's going to go.
He's
So-
not gonna give you a runaround.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you in
Yep.
4 months. No,
Exactly. No,
it's today.
he's gonna send you crap, and you're gonna have to respond to him. And if you don't, he's gonna call you out on it super quick. So last question. I'm sorry about realtor.
sir.
Realtor life. People who are thinking about buying now. I know you said it's a seller's market, but for those people who are thinking about buying, I hear like you should wait until
No.
things calm down.
No.
If you're a buyer now, what's best to do?
If you're buying now, you still should buy because the inventory is light, but it's gonna be light for a while. But the interest rates are so low. See, that's what people are not understanding. Oh, there's nothing out there. I'll wait. Or the market's too high. Okay, so when I came in and the market was lower, the interest rates was at a 4.9 or 5.1.
Right.
People are getting approved right now at 2.8, 2.9, 3.1.
Yeah.
So that 1% is major.
Yeah.
That's taking a lot of
yeah.
money off on the back end of that 30-year loan.
Yep.
So if you're interested in buying, the time is now. If you're interested in selling, the time is now. The issue with selling is where do you go?
Right. Because you're going to have to either buy something or
That's
rent
the issue.
somewhere.
So there's a lot of
Which
people
was
that
a
are doing now.
conversation that we had.
Right. There's a lot of people that's doing now. What we talked about extensively is a lot of people are selling and just renting until they're ready to say, all right, let me the market. And not even like if the market goes down, it's when the inventory gets
Right.
bigger. You know what I mean? Like East Providence, at one point I had 9 clients, buyers, and there was only 12 listings.
In the whole East Providence.
So imagine a listing coming up new. I got 9 people who want to see the same house. That's not fun.
That's wild, bro.
No, when I
never
first
thought of
started
that.
as a buyer's agent, I would lay down, I would send the houses and be like, all right, which one do you want?
Right.
Let's go 10 grand under. Let's see what they do. Now, 47 grand over, you ain't even considered. 47 over asking.
That is wild.
So the price that he told me that the house across the street from us had sold for, I thought was insane, right?
Her face.
I was like, what? So there's a house that's on my street. We were just talking about it before we started recording. That has been, you could tell it's been empty for a long time. The grass grows really high, whatever. And they finally cleaned it up and put a for sale sign. Because I'm always like, yo, is this for clothes? Or do they just kind of like not live in the town, whatever? So, of course, what's the first thing you do? Go on Zillow. They're listing that house at almost 30 grand higher than what you told me that house across the street sold for.
Wow.
Yep.
This market
And then
is
the
nuts,
people
man.
across the street from that house are now selling. I saw the for sale
because that
one today.
drives up the
Because
profit.
now it's all about location.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
ideal.
that mic, that way. Oh, there you go.
This way?
No, you good. Yeah, if you slide back.
Oh,
just,
yeah, okay.
It's important stuff.
My fault. I got into it. I had to lean on him. It's all about location. So like there was a house in Barrington that I sold. It's a regular house, like normal size. If it was in Providence, it would be
Yeah.
Cranston or whatever, because it was in Barrington, the house was almost 400. It's a tiny house, but it's the location. Great school system. And that's what a lot of people pay for school system. They don't even give a damn about the house. It's about, this is the area I want to be in. I just sold a house like that. Yeah, I'll fix this up. This is where I need to be when my kids are gonna go to school, and that's cool. I respect that. You know, everybody has their own thing of what they want to do, and that's, as a realtor, as a successful realtor, you got to adjust to all of that.
Right.
Not
there
just
isn't
say
one blueprint.
Thank you.
Right.
You know that it's not. That's why everybody thinks being a realtor is easy. It's not. And you don't. I don't know what I'm doing 2 days from now. Right. So yeah, making your own schedule is cool, but I don't know what my schedule is 2 days from now.
Right.
Right.
Can't plan a dentist appointment around. You know.
Right. So like on Saturday, I had 2 days ago I had nothing. All right. What we doing? Let's go out. Now I have 7 showings.
I'm not gonna yell at Darren.
I told
Flexibility.
There's no,
You know,
nothing to
so
shoot. Where's this
it's good here and there because here and there because it's like I said, you know, there's days I can wake up a little late. You know what I mean? I gotta wake up 7 o'clock every day and stay on a schedule. But then it's like, all right, well, what's going on Friday?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not sure.
I'll let you know when Friday comes.
I'll let you know Friday.
we had that conversation because we've done business together.
Yep. We're supposed
You know?
to get up on Saturday, and it's like,
I can't. You know, so. But that's it's. Listen, it's real estate. It's cutthroat. It's not for the weak. But for me, listen, to this day I still wake up and I'm like, but I gotta stay humble.
Yeah.
I can't go back, cause listen, when I had my daughter, and I'm not scared to tell it, I was in a 1-bedroom apartment, and electricity, gas, everything got turned off. I was living check to check. I was doing some I was at Walgreens. I just was struggling. Was fighting for, to see my daughter get custody and all that. I remember to this day, I was sitting on a stoop, mosquitoes was biting us, and we had nothing. There was nothing inside. I had nothing in the fridge. I had a loaf of bread. 1-bedroom apartment. She was older, needed 2-bedroom. Had to do that, and I get emotional, man, because it's where I'm at right now. A lot of people would just hand it over the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of real estate don't work, you still okay?
Right.
This is life for me. This is I have to do this because. No, that's why I love my daughter. He knows my relationship that I have with my kids, but my daughter alone. My daughter has seen me like that, and my daughter wiped my tears and said, "No matter what, Daddy, I love you." And now to this day, she even said it. We said it the other day. We were in a car. We traveling all over the U.S. playing for national championships and, buying her sneakers and stuff now. But she's like, "Dad, you're the same person you was when you was on that stoop." And I just started bawling in the car. I pulled over. Started. I was like, it's just surreal on where my life has turned, and then getting married and then having 2 sons, and it's just like going back to that everything was turned off, man. They came and turned everything off. I had no money. Probably had like $60 in the account. Was going at it with the landlord. I couldn't even pay the rent, and the rent wasn't even that expensive. I was just going through it. And but every struggle is a setup for success.
Sure enough.
And you got to learn from it. And that was a platform for me. And everybody out there, everybody listen, I know we joking around and all that stuff, but especially with the pandemic and all that, like everybody's going through it. You know what I mean? Like, especially social media, don't let social media fool you. There's days when I'm posting for business, I'm struggling. I'm hurting. I just had a scare with cancer. So I just had that. I had 2 hard bumps in my neck. They rushed me up, got blood work. I'm still posting like it's nothing. I'm scared. I'm crying. I didn't sleep for weeks. Thank God, test came back. I'm good.
Thank God.
But I've lost family members to that. So everybody's going through something. You know what I mean? Don't let social media make you think sideways on like, all right, everybody's life is luxurious, what I'm seeing, and I'm depressed. You know what I mean? I suffer through depression. A lot of people do that you don't even know. You gotta take it day by day and talk to people. You don't understand that there's people that's going through the same thing that you're going through. Open up and talk to them. Like my man's right here, and now me and you are building a relationship. You know I'm gonna call you,
Come on,
and I'm gonna call you, and we've been talking. We've gotten closer because of business. But there's days where I call him and he calls me, and I'm here for him and he's there for me, and that's what it's about. You gotta open up and talk about it. But everybody's looking at me like, oh my, people say, oh babe, I want to be like you, and I struggle. Yep. I struggle just like you. I was on that stoop
We the same.
with no money. We the same. You know what I mean? I just took an opening and went for it.
Word.
And that's what you got to do. So I know I'm rambling, but damn, this is real talk right now, man. Y'all open up the platform for this, and I appreciate it, man.
That's why
That's
we do it.
exactly what we wanted.
That's
Honestly,
why we
man.
do it.
How'd you come?
So, because we're gonna talk verses after that.
I was
And
gonna
we're gonna
say,
need to get
we're
into-
going there.
But
I was all in on that.
let's give people your social media, contact, real estate related. How can people find
so
you?
you can find me on my Facebook is just Bay Lambert. You can look that up. BayLambert.com is my website as well. I'm gonna throw out the number out there because I don't care. 401-451-4821.
Yeah.
Shoot me out a text. And also BayLambert@kw.com is my email. So BayLambert@kw.com, BayLambert@kw.com. Send me an email. And give me a call because like I said, the biggest step is as a buyer is talking to a lender, and I can set you up with that. Talk to the professional. 'Cause a lot of people, and here's the thing, people. As y'all got my information, a lot of people be in your ear. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So you got a real retail manager telling you what to do in real estate. you got a doctor telling you what you need to do in real estate.
I
right?
love this.
You got a race car driver telling you what to
Not
do
a
in real
race
estate.
car
Right?
driver. He pees
You got a
in the
cheerleader
car.
telling you what you need to do in real estate, right? All right. You got somebody at McDonald's drive-thru, and God bless McDonald's drive-thru because I love my McNuggets.
Fries,
But
though.
they telling you what to do in real estate.
When they hot,
But listen, listen. Everybody's situation is different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You might have A1 credit, they got bad credit, and they telling you to do something, and now you doing something with somebody who have bad credit. You understand what I just said? So at the end of the day, talk to the professional, and let the professional gonna know let you know what type of situation you're in and what avenue you need to take. All right. So a lot of people be in your ear and ask anybody who's been my client. They laugh about it to this day. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, I'm listening to this person. You just put me in the right direction. And listen, because I'm that guy. If you ask me something about money, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. I'm gonna send you to the person that does know that, which is the loan officer.
Wisdom.
If you ask me
done
something,
that.
if you
He's
ask
done
me
that.
something, if you ask me something about real estate that I don't know, I'm not gonna make up something to make me look cute or make me look good. That's gonna put you in something that's gonna be detrimental to you. I'm gonna tell you I don't know the answer to that, but I will find the answer and I'll get back to you in 24 hours. We out.
Love it.
Real
Hit the
estate.
man. It don't cost you no money to text, to send to Facebook. It don't
To
cost you
follow,
nothing
to
to get
share.
information. Yeah. Hit him up. Damn, babe. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Hold
brother.
on, yo, but you're half from Harlem, so you got some explaining. Hold on. You got some explaining to do, my friend.
You have
Listen,
Can I
I went to sleep in Tim's, man.
can I,
Sleep in Tim's.
can I intro this one?
Go ahead.
Flip my couch.
All right. So anybody who knows me, anyone who's listened to the podcast has known. As soon as I was informed that it'd be a Dipset, even before we were informed, we talked about it all the time. Who would you want to see in a Verzuz?
Right.
And we would say all the time, Dipset versus we don't know who.
Right.
Right.
I was hoping for like a G unit, but yeah.
We did say that before. So when you was like the Lox and Dipset, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I was like, Lox got songs. I'm cool with the Lox. But Dipset got the energy, anthems. I'm here for that. I'm team Dipset all day, every day. It is what it is. Boom. So, we've said it. We haven't had a guest in quite some time. When's the last time we had a guest?
That's a good question.
I don't think this year.
It's been a long time. No, we had somebody this year, but we're in like August, so that doesn't count for much. So, like,
know.
you know what I mean? So,
Oh, God. For whatever guest came this year, sorry.
I think
no,
it
I don't
was,
mean it like that. What I'm
it
saying
was,
is, whoever it
Be
was,
quick.
it wasn't right away.
Rose
Oh,
and,
and
Georgina.
Georgina. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. I was gonna say Regina. I didn't want to mix them up.
BlackLivesBiz.com.
Yes.
But that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like early in the year.
And we had said that, when we have guests kind of close by, we love having guests, but we kind of miss that banter of the three of us, right?
Yeah.
So we've had the banter of the three of us for weeks now. And he was like, oh, Bass coming this week. I'm like, all right, cool. But then the Verzuz happened, and I was like, I kind of need that time. I mean, I appreciate hearing about what people got going on, but we need that time.
To have our banter.
But I was like, but I met Bay, and he's New York. So we good.
This works.
This works.
Yeah.
And so Darren said, look at God. I said, look at God.
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Yeah,
Yes, he will.
that was, yeah. Because go ahead.
I mean,
I'm gonna wait for the question to me because.
So,
Oh, God damn it.
so every time a Versus comes up, these two ask me, "Hey, Darren, you can watch the Versus?" And I usually don't watch it.
I'm glad this was the one.
Bim said something in the chat. I was like, "Oh yeah, the Versus is happening." The boys were down.
You were liking my status.
I liked your status, and I was like, "Oh, so let me sit and watch it." Me and the wife were sitting on the couch, and Jen, hands down, the best thing you could ever have done for me.
That group chat?
That group chat. I need to watch every Versus I watch from going forward. I need that group chat.
So let me talk about that. So, like I said, the three of us have a group chat.
Yeah.
Please delete this. I have a group chat with my homegirls called The Village. Then I have a group chat with a couple of my friends. They both named Victor. So maybe one person in the Village group chat was talking. One person, please delete this, was talking. One person in the chat with the Victors was talking.
She's so popular.
And I said, I can't keep up with all of this.
The group was literally named.
I can't keep up with multiple chats is what I call the group chat. So I added the people who were in the chats that were talking because it was late at night. I'm like, the other people who are in the groups who are not talking are being awakened by this.
All right.
And I feel some type of way about that when people blow up my phone at night. So I put these humans
all in one.
Initially, Darren wasn't in it because I thought he wasn't watching because his resume.
So nice. That was a great way to say it. Because
Yeah. So I added Bim. I added my friend Tisha. I added one of the Victors. Darren said something. I said, oh, shit. Added Darren.
I was here. I was finally here.
Added Janelle from the Village because she said something. I was like, oh, yup. So it was 6 of us. 3 guys, 3 girls. And yeah.
Sorbet. Can you?
Sorbet. That sounds like ice cream.
Sorbet. Can you give me your? Because I knew you were from New York. Is it your mom that's from Yonkers?
Yeah, my mom, and I got my mom is from Harlem.
Oh,
She
from
was
Harlem.
born and raised in
But I
Harlem.
think one of you was from Yonkers.
I got family.
Okay.
I got family in the Bronx.
Because Clarabelle's from
Well,
Yonkers.
I got family in the Bronx. I got family in Manhattan, Bronx, and still Harlem.
Yeah.
But mostly right now, all my family's in Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's where they're at.
So, please.
Shout out to my New York family.
Did you have going into the Versus? Did you have an idea who you thought was?
Yes,
gonna
I
win?
did.
What you
What was your side?
It was not without Kamala.
Harlem.
So
I
listen.
was also hashtag Team Dipset all the way.
Listen, I always respected the Lox, but I'm looking at it as, all right, if we sitting in the car and we listen to music,
Preach.
all right, I'm gonna go Lox. If it's we sitting in the car listening bar for bar.
Right.
If you're playing songs in a constant setting and stage presence,
Preach.
like if you ask me right now, what concert do you want to go to? Like, no, not now, but before it, what concert you gonna go to? I will laugh at you and say, I'm going to a Dipset concert.
Right.
I have been to a Dipset concert.
That's live, energetic, and listen, growing up, listen, yes, the Lox is royalty. The Lox has classics. But Dipset, when they had that wave,
The early 2000s.
there was
crazy.
nothing. There was nothing and no one even close to them. And you can see it when Jewels did the Dipset anthem on stage. It just brought me back. It brought me back to the college parties.
Come on, man.
It just brought me
See,
back.
Darren, you wasn't outside.
I wasn't.
Darren
It
wasn't
brought me
outside.
back.
then.
So listen, like going into it, and I'm online. Like if you follow me, I totally switched up. If you follow my page, I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm
You're
like,
not
yo,
the only person I
I'm like,
see
yo,
it.
it's closer than what y'all be saying, man. I said Dipset coming, and then they came out, and I'm like, oh, let's
out
go.
all
And freaky
I gave
Kim.
Dipset the first 3 rounds. I did.
You did. What were you watching?
I did.
What
I
were you
did.
watching?
And I watched it.
Listen why.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen why I didn't do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Dipset was not prepared for this.
No.
It was like
But
a joke
in the
to them.
first 3 rounds.
But listen why.
The first
listen
song
why.
they lost.
The fuck
Yeah,
you
yeah,
not.
listen why. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it back. But listen why though.
Okay.
It goes back to when Cam started talking about we're the home team. with a home team, with a home team, with a home team. I'm like, yo, they can't. And the crowd was even responding.
Yes.
Because it was mostly Harlem in there. Because they were in
They were
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
They had the
They're
people.
Madison
So
Square.
they were going back and forth, and then he was like, "It's my home team." And when Kiss said, "Yo, you live in Miami," drop that tech.
Whoa, that.
But listen, when he
That-
did that, he literally took the crowd from Dipset right then when he did that. And then FU came on. I said this is gonna be a difficult night. Cause he right there you showed.
Jen, you didn't put it all together. So.
Right there you
I
showed Jada, you right there you showed because look at it. Listen, this is why I study stuff. I eat 33. Look at it. Go back. I watched it today. Go
I did.
back.
I watched it yesterday. Let's
Go
talk
back
about
and
it.
watch it. Who was the loudest person for the Lox all night?
Jadakiss.
Okay, Jada Kiss.
But who was the quietest on social media? Jadakiss, and
No,
that's
no,
what
no.
made it crazy.
Not that though. Not that. When they first got to the stage and everybody from Dipset was talking crap. Who was talking junk from the Lox?
It was
Styles.
Styles was the one who was
and
It was
Sheik.
Sheik.
on
Yep, Styles and
online.
Sheik.
If you look at it, go back and look at it. Jada's like this.
Chilling, ready.
Yeah.
He's not saying a word.
Yeah.
He already knows
Focus.
what's gonna happen tonight.
Right.
Oh, dear.
When I went back and seen that, I said, "Yo!"
Because
He sliced them. He methodically murdered. It was a massacre. And when he did that, I said it's gonna be a long night for Dip because he's ready for him.
Yeah.
How can you counter somebody when you go first?
Right.
He countered their songs and they were going after him.
But get this. And Jen, we're going to get back
Yeah,
to
that's fine.
the
Go ahead.
first three.
Oh, I like. Oh.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah, let's
I
do
was
it.
analyzing from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Who always opens up the verses? DJ.
Yes.
Terrible.
Lox DJ, on point.
On point.
He
Oh, so he
spun
From the
switched,
beginning.
okay.
He spun for like 80% of the opening stuff. When the Dipset DJ got on.
Lost.
Terrible.
And I
Looking
got
at
mad.
tech, he didn't know what to do.
So right away I'm like, oh no, because history with verses, Darren, shows us which DJ, whichever DJ is killing it, they
He's
have
the
chemistry.
yes.
Bingo.
They're ready.
Bingo.
I said, oh no, this
I didn't
isn't good.
realize it was two different DJs because I was like,
What
yo,
were you watching?
because I wasn't
had the whole
because
setup.
I got home right at like 9:20 and it was supposed to start at 9:30. So when I got
okay.
home, the last boxing match was in like the final round.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the thing casted or whatever, and then I'm texting my boo and all that. So I'm doing all this stuff. I'm just changing it for bed, and I'm on Facebook. I'm doing all this, and so the first DJ's playing. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. There was a couple of times where I'm like, that kind of doesn't go, whatever. You know, I'm like, how you going to play Tupac and then whatever
Yeah.
he played after? I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. And then at some point, I was like, oh, first of all, this is going on for too long. I didn't come here for this. I'm old. I need y'all to start. So you
I
gonna
was
start?
posting about that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the boxing ended right at 9:30. They did their part of the bargain. You guys are doing too much. And then the DJ just got worse and worse. I have it just playing, and I'm like, what is going on? So now that you're saying it's a whole different DJ switch, it makes a lot of sense.
So that was number one.
Tech was ready.
That was number one where Dipset started losing. Second time, Lox came out. Unity.
Ready.
Yes.
The entire team.
Yes.
Diplomats are coming out. Somebody's missing.
And-
Cameron wasn't there when they came out
And
initially.
I had texted. I think I texted you guys.
Yeah.
Because I said I was in 3 group chats. I had to merge.
They all came out like separately. Yeah.
And I said, I think they're looking for Jim.
Well, but then no, Jim, Z,
Jewels came out
and
first.
Jewels.
Jewels came first.
But
and
even
then
before
Jim
they
and
came
Z
out, when I was like, yo, why are they taking so long? I'm like, they must be looking for Jim or something. Like, somebody's missing.
But Cam came out like super late.
Yes.
To where I was like, whoa, is this guy even coming
But
out
the
at
thing
all?
that Darren and I listened to with Fat Joe, he was saying that right before it started, Cam was about to leave the building.
So that explains the entire thing. So I didn't watch the Fat Joe thing, but that makes sense because y'all were already disconnected and disjointed before you got on stage.
They weren't prepared.
So if you don't come out as a unit, the way the Lox did, you're not gonna win.
Yeah,
Cam came out with a beach chair. Yeah, it's funny, but did you not watch Jadakiss against Fab? Why are you sitting down?
Yeah.
Be focused.
And he got up and Kiss called him out. He said, you got up before you knew you wanted to get up.
Because they weren't holding you down.
They couldn't hold you down. And where he really blasted him, and I knew it was over, he said,
Why are you lip syncing over the
yeah,
track?
he said, this fight is fixed. He goes, y'all are lip singing off. He said, this is New York. This is the Mecca of hip hop.
Yep.
Why you singing over the vocals? You don't know the words.
Yo.
And why he said that is, go back to the song before he said that.
They was
Jewels was messing up
Yes.
his boss.
Yes.
Jim was messing up early too.
Right, but Jewels was really like Jewels was stopping, and it for like 2 bars, it was letting him play it because he didn't know it.
Yep.
And it came and went on him, and then Kiss's mic. I mean, his voice, and it was just, it was too much. It was a magical performance.
They were all in sync.
They were all in sync.
The DJ just dropping it.
He had a response for everything. They said, "Yo, it's just you." He goes, "I'm the transmission."
Yeah,
That's
they
it.
on my back.
Oh my god.
So, like anyone who knows me knows. Once again, I'm
I
Team
was so
Dipset.
embarrassed. I was so
I
embarrassed.
was mad.
was
I'm
so
a Dipset fan.
embarrassed.
I was upset.
I was like, yo,
I was
y'all-
upset.
This is bullying at this point. Y'all don't
Yeah.
got to do all that.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to, I'm watching it, and it was just like, why y'all do all that? You know what I'm saying? Like when Jewel was like, y'all don't like girls. Nate's like, what?
Why did he do that though?
Why did he do
Why did he
that?
bump? He said why'd you bump your head? Why would you set yourself up like that?
In my blame game order, number 1 was
So
the
let's give him a
DJ.
melody.
Jewels is number 2 on the list.
Jewel's teeth or just Jewel's?
Jewels and his teeth and his hat and the do-rag
Everything.
and
The
the
He had a lot of
bandana.
outfits.
Everything.
Everything.
He had a lot of outfits.
You're talking too much.
Too much.
Stupid. He's like that younger brother. It's like, yo, chill,
Shut up.
man.
Yeah,
Chill.
let's get
Yo,
this-
chill.
jump
He was saying, he said, "Kim, tell him to come sit down."
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's how-
Yeah.
So you want to poke the bear when these guys are killing you already? You tell them they don't have songs for the girls. Hey,
Hey, Jesus.
they then hit you with Grammy award-winning songs.
We got Grammys.
Y'all got
got
grams.
grams.
We got
He said,
Grammys.
"You got grams." I was
Oh.
like,
They hit
my
him with
God.
Jenny on the block in New York.
Are you kidding me? A Mary J. Blige?
She was wearing Tim's in the video.
No, but then they played the knock yourself out. He set that up for
Yeah.
them to play it at that time.
Now, how do you do that? Synergy. The DJ knows.
He knows.
You want to challenge us with the
he
girls'
said,
joints? We
"Tech,
had
give me a
this
melody."
ready.
Yes,
Had a
man. He
whole
said,
folder.
"Tech, give me a melody."
Had it ready. He
had
was
a
like, yo,
folder.
give me the napalm
He kept saying
folder
the
now.
napalm.
The
Yeah,
napalm folder.
the napalm. And we got a full clip, and then emptied the clip.
Meanwhile, they went and grabbed some guy on the Dipset side, some useless DJ. The vocals, Darren, I don't know if you caught it. When the Lox would play certain joints, it was loud. You could
Yes.
feel the bass.
And that's the thing
Yes.
I was noticing. Their vocals and Dipset, like their throat didn't even sound right.
No, but then not even just their own vocals, the music would
The
be
music
low.
was lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those all
I
play
had on
into
I
it.
had on my beats, so I had on beats. And when Lox was on there, it felt like I was in the front row.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Where
nice and
where
crisp.
every time Dipset came on, I literally took my headphones off, was checking the volume.
Yeah.
That's the DJ's fault. Yo, you can hear it.
That mic
there's
sounded
a crowd.
loud. Yeah.
Turn this
All of
joint
them,
up.
they all were not. They were not prepared. Even the way they did their songs,
They were a mess.
the rotation, it was a mess. It didn't make sense.
Nah.
I
The
thought the
Lox
Bobby
just
Brown
had the
playlist
Lox.
was
The
bad,
Lox
but-
told the script. They
Yeah.
told the story.
Oh my goodness.
It was a massacre. I am a Dipset fan.
Tell 'em.
I am a diehard Dipset fan. You couldn't tell me nothing. When I was in college and I woke up in the morning and I
Hello?
had my CD player on,
Dipset,
yeah, that's all I played.
The
I'm
blue
ready.
disc, not the red one.
Going to work out for football.
You already know.
That's all I played.
Oh my goodness.
I'll play Lox here and there, but all I played was Dip.
It
I was upset,
culture
man.
changed the culture.
I was disappointed.
Fashion, the way music was made, soul samples.
There was a
and
whole.
stuff,
It was they were
everything.
the wave. That was it. It was just
God.
them.
So the thing is, even beforehand, because we, had talked about, like I said, and I was like, okay, it's evenly matched because Sheik and Jewel's probably got like 2-3 songs. United are solid. Jim and Styles is kind of like even, and then Cam and Jada will have the most. Blah blah blah. First of all, why did they bring Freaky Zeke on stage?
That was the
that
third
was another
person
one.
on my blame list.
Paul Abdul.
You're losing. You're getting just blasted around the stage, and you want to be doing your stupid dances
Who
when
sweats
there's.
through sweats? You ruined
Isn't the purpose of
those
it to
sweats
contain
to
the sweat inside? But your team is losing and you're dancing, gyrating.
How you break sweats? How you break sweats, fam?
I was so mad.
So that was already
Every
a
time they
problem.
performed, I was angry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not. And listen, like their music, I love their music. It's
Yeah.
a different type of music.
I
It's-
listen to Cameron's
It's different. Like
album
Lox got
today.
bars. We already knew that.
We
knew
know that.
Lox had bars.
We know that.
But
They're
the
like
stage
Maya
presence,
Angelou with us.
I was ready for Dip. Why am I standing up for a Lox performance?
No.
And I'm sitting down scratching my head for a Dip. I did not expect it. I was dumbfounded.
Honestly,
I said,
yeah.
what is going on?
All about the Benjamins. I told y'all, I was up there Harlem shaking.
Yeah.
I can't even Harlem shake. And then I did something I thought I would never do. I watched it again yesterday.
Oh, I want to watch
And
it
then,
today.
and then he was so methodical. At one, there was key points. Like Cam played "Welcome to New York City," and then Jada goes,
from New
Jada
York.
goes,
Oh, my
Jada goes.
God.
But listen, he gave him his props and still sunned him. He said, "Oh, I like that one. I was waiting for that one. Oh, it's 25-2 now. 25-2. Let him
Sunning
know
him
it's still
the whole
slaughtering
time.
you, right?"
Oh.
Then he goes, "Okay."
Bah, 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 bah. Oh
What
my
happened to the building? The building went crazy.
You got Fat Joe in the crowd too?
Crazy.
In fact, Joe talked
Joe,
about that.
Joe said he was
How do
trying
you
to fix his
how do
mouth.
you his counter punches
Amazing.
and
were
that's
ridiculous.
and that's what pissed me off from jump. Because when Lox came out with their "fuck you" joint, in my mind, I said automatically Cam's gonna follow up with his "fuck you" joint.
You would think.
But Mace
Why
is
did I
on
not say
that.
Right.
Why did I not say that? But he was chilling.
He was chilling. He was sitting down.
And
then
also
we-
Mace is on that
Oh,
song.
ready? No.
That pissed me off. I was like, why are they chanting
And
like
that's
this?
what they do. That's what they do at their show.
I
That's
didn't
the
see them at
only
the Strand.
unity that they had, like where they did something I think that they had done before.
Yeah.
But that one, they just played F you.
Yeah, people would have thought that was fire if it was just
If they started.
you're standing next to the lot.
Right.
You can't, cause them boys, it's the beat. Turn my vocals up.
Yep.
And I'ma spit. And yo, when he dropped the mic, when he
Yo, when he dropped the mic, I didn't notice that till the second time when I watched it yesterday.
threw the mic down.
Threw the
And I-
mic. He's like,
he
man, get
slaughtered
these
him.
loose.
And then Sheik picked up the mic. I said,
Yeah.
but
Slaughtered him.
And when did Jewels lose his teeth? I was trying to figure that out yesterday.
Like, it was before he went to jail.
No. I mean, yes, on that battle when he came on stage initially, he had teeth.
Yeah. Oh, he
And
took the teeth out?
at some point, the teeth was gone.
The
teeth was gone. The teeth was gone because at first Tisha was making jokes. She was like, "I thought his teeth was about to fall out." Ha 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 ha. And then like later on watching it, he did something when it was like the Santana song.
Yeah.
And he started singing it, and that's when I put the little Daryl gif, because that's what it sounded like. And I was like, "What is he doing?" And he had no teeth at that point.
Joel's
was upsetting me so
And
much.
then I
He
thought
was
he
the
was
most
gonna fall.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Him and the DJ.
Yeah.
And like I said, initially I thought he had like 2, maybe 3 joints. And so whenever it's the verses, I try not to listen to the artist beforehand because I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
And then their power, the power punch for Dipset was, I was like, oh, Dipset anthem. And then
Yeah.
they came back with Wild and Out, and I said,
Yeah.
It's
oh
hard.
my-
You can't
They're
go
just-
blow for blow.
They're just jabbing you, and
Yeah.
there's nothing
Styles
you
was
can
like,
do
I
with
don't
it.
eat meat. Watch me. Watch me. I got energy. They kept with the same energy from beginning to end.
Oof.
But yeah, so just for fun, we listened to Joel Santana's albums, like maybe the first one and maybe like a little bit of the second or third one. And we was like, yo, he got enough joints to almost do a verses by himself. Honestly.
20 songs now.
He had enough to do like 12, 13 solid songs.
Like a
I was
10,
surprised. No. I'm with you. Like I said, I thought he had like 2, maybe 3 under his belt. Playing his music, I was like, yo, he got a solid like 12. And so I'm like, this is gonna be a pound for pound fight. If Jewel's got a like 12,
They weren't prepared. man.
Jim got
They just
whatever he
did.
got. Cam got whatever he got. Plus the Cam plus the Rockefeller stuff. Plus the Dipset together as a double disc. Like I'm like, this is easy.
Joel's could have done, pardon me, babe.
No, you're good.
Joel's could have done the joint he got with Wayne. The I Can't Feel My Face joint. Like, there was so many
He could have done the
joints
joint
that
he got with
weren't
Chris
played.
Brown we were playing last week before
Back
we
to the
started.
crib? Or the other joint?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, it was weird.
There was
I'm
so many.
watching, like, guys, what's happening here?
And then we talked about
It was
this whole
disappointing.
franchise.
It was great to see Lox. It was just
Lox
disappointing. to see Dip.
put on a clip. And Jada, like we said, he did a verses before, Fabulous, and he got drunk. And so he was like, you know what, guys? I know the key to this. Don't drink the Ciroc.
Right.
They
Just
didn't start
do all of
smoking.
that stuff.
They
Yeah.
smoked, but they waited till like the
waited
last,
till the end, yeah.
very
Jim
end
came
of it.
out smoking.
Yeah.
And Jewel's.
I don't know what stuff he had going on. Yeah.
So they knew the key
He
because
said, you want perks?
Keith Sweat came out and he was singing about the Ciroc. He was drunk while
Yep.
Bobby Brown was kind of, you know what I mean? So that's the key to it. Even when Soulja Boy and Bow Wow did it, Bow Wow was trying to get Soulja Boy to take a shot, and he was like, you're trying to get me drunk to take me off my game. You know what I'm saying? That's the key, because it's a long show. You think in the beginning, oh, I'm a pregame, blah, blah. No, it's 2-3 hours.
Yeah, especially without proper preparation beforehand. If you know your set list or how you're going to counter certain stuff, all right, drink up because you got confidence in your DJing. But, man, the way they came in, they were too cool.
Like the Method Man and Redman, when you could tell, even though they smoke or whatever, they didn't do anything until afterwards.
Right.
Just the way it started, like it goes back to that when he said he reached down, he was just like, "Cam, you live in Miami," and then turned around, middle fingers in the air, and you
Done.
see the building went crazy, and you can even see. Look at Dipset, they're like,
Yeah, early.
At the end, when they started booing Cam, I
Oh
think I
my
almost
God.
cried a little bit.
I almost cut
was he
the
trying to
TV off.
freestyle?
He was trying to, I don't know what that was. It
What was
felt
he
like
doing?
it felt like a freestyle.
After you got beat like that, though.
Yeah.
So, Cam, this is the first time I've ever seen him flustered.
Yeah.
This is Cam who went up against 50 Cent, Curtis, that whole junk, beef with Rockefeller. beef with whomever.
Beef with his own boys.
Held his own.
Beef with Jim.
Beef with the white
Mace.
girl next door that he was stalking him and all on Instagram. Everything. Not flustered. Yo, how many times did he say to the Lox, yo, shut the F up? He got up and was rapping mad hard. I'm like, yo, Cam, they got you. They got under his skin.
Got him on the pocket.
Oh, man.
He said, let me talk. Nah, nigga, you talk. Go ahead and talk. Go talk.
I'm not gonna shut the fuck up.
But still kept talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And if for Ezekiel, like just kidding.
You're an idiot.
why
for
was
that.
he there?
Why was he?
Why?
was you
What was
there?
he? Didn't have one bar.
He had
No.
nothing to do with nothing.
He made it look.
There was
he
a
made
couple
the,
of-
He made it worse. For
There was a
them,
couple of
actually.
songs where
He
they
made it
say
worse.
in the beginning of the song, Freaky Zeke, but what did you do? I would have accepted Hell Rub before Freaky Zeke.
Oh yeah. Rub for sure.
Again, it goes back to they just if they did it again,
Yeah.
it would be a different show.
story. Oh,
Because
yeah.
they just you could just see they just weren't prepared.
They
Like
probably weren't thinking it was going to be all
no,
right.
they weren't.
But
prepared.
if you saw Jadakiss
you've
against
seen him
Fab,
before, you know what Jada's like.
you know what he
That's
does.
what Jada does.
Yeah.
He spits.
But see, I didn't watch that one.
Apparently Cam and them didn't either.
Exactly.
He did the same thing
And so-
to Fab.
Yeah,
So
same
that's-
thing. Took
and-
Fab
but
out his
drunk.
Drunk.
So the thing is, like I was saying, because I was so into this verses, I was following it from the jump. And, I follow Jim, I follow Kim, I actually follow Kim's mom, all on Instagram. So I'm watching, it's mostly Jim talks a lot of junk about things in general. And so they're getting it off, and I'm reposting stuff like, oh, they're kind of funny. I'm like, yo, somebody from the Lox side has to be talking junk. And I don't want to seem super biased. I know who I think I want to be on the side of, but there has to be junk talk from the other side because they're from New York. So I looked on the Lox page and see nothing, whatever. Jada didn't see nothing. So I finally found out Styles.
When he was on the corner.
No, he's been talking junk for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm reading all stuff and I'm like reposting that too. Like, yo, that kind of funny. And so the thing about it for me was like, I know how, like, we're talking about foreigners, when two foreigners talking to each other in their language, people who don't know the language think they're fighting.
Right.
But it's just how they talk. And I'm like, I feel like this is going to feel more hostile than it is. Because they said it from early. They were like, we're not going to be friends for 24 hours, but this is our brothers. Mm-hmm. And then they come on stage and you could tell people were actually getting nervous. And I felt like the crowd might have almost took sides and almost started fighting. They had to like shut it down a few
The
times.
people on stage also. That's why they
Why
wouldn't
were they
leave
even
the
on stage?
So
Because
they
Cam kicked. Styles P was in Cam's face.
pulling his
Pulling
shoe.
the shoe, and
Yeah.
Cam kicked him. So after that, both sides, especially Lox, their people came up. They're like, we ain't fucking leaving.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that happens again, it's gonna be a problem. So that's why they couldn't get everybody off. They got
Right.
they got most
Right.
people off, but they couldn't get everybody.
And that's
off.
why they were like, yo, Jim, hug
hug.
Jadakiss or Styles,
Everybody's
just
good,
so
yeah.
everybody could, know we're good
Relax.
up here.
And that's the thing about it. I was like, I'm not worried about them beefing
It's
because
the
they've
entourage.
let it know for 3-4 weeks that we're gonna be messing around, but we don't mean it. But the people on the outside is ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even if you listen to that 47-minute Fat Joe thing we were talking about,
Yeah.
he lets it be known the energy in the building was real.
I
It was real. That's why
was-
I like what Styles P did at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody get home the way you came.
Safe.
Nobody's getting locked up. Safe. That was key.
I love Styles P. He's a
Yeah.
true OG.
My
I
bad
love
for-
his albums.
No, you're good. You're good.
But that people don't realize how important that was at the end.
Because
Yes.
that don't happen
Right.
before. So
Right.
we as people, as us, have come a long way.
Absolutely.
Because that doesn't happen at the end of a concert, at the end
Right.
of a. It's like, yo, listen, man, we it's got to be us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we can come, we can battle, we can do this. I know y'all want to take sides, but at the end of the day, it's
love.
it's love. It's all us in here.
Right.
You
We
know
all
what I
in
mean?
here
This is-
celebrating.
This is New York. This
Yeah.
is. That
History.
other side can't do what we just did.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Right.
that I thought that right there was like, oh damn, that's what's up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like how they keep talking about, different groups and this and that, and different states and whatever. But to be in New York, like he said, this is the beginning of it all.
Yep.
Like,
Mecca.
this
In
is it.
Madison Square Garden.
In Madison Square Garden. Like, it was crazy.
Story, history.
Salute to Swizz and Tim, yo.
That's
Every
wild.
time we come in
back
here
to
and
this.
say, Bay, man, how they gonna top that last thing, man? They go ahead and do this.
And now,
Remember they started the first one? It was just like, okay,
Okay.
we needed something, right?
We needed something during the pandemic.
And then the rest is gonna be forever.
now
They
supposedly
have-
it's supposed to be Nori and Beanie next?
I don't know if
Or
that's
one of
going to
them?
be next.
Well,
but
one of them?
They're working that.
That's
Are you
a good
going
one.
again?
Yeah.
So
That's a good one though.
I'll say, so you didn't watch the Fat Joe thing, but one thing he did say is like this was huge for the hip hop culture.
Oh, yeah.
like this was like a legendary event. Like this was like he equated to, when they were younger and Big Daddy Kane was going like in a concert, and you were too young to go, and everybody was talking about it. Like this was that event that was so big for hip hop. And it for me again, I don't really watch Verzuz, but I actually was like excited, because I remember the.
That's what we be trying to tell you.
Shut up. But I'm Team Lox.
Verzuz entertaining, man.
I'm Team Lox. I'm not. I mean, I like Dipset, but I like Lox more. And to hear all the and like to get the element of the battle, one of the essence of hip hop.
Yeah,
it's just like this is dope.
That's why this is amazing. Back in 1998, back in 2005, we would have never thought that those two groups, or even some of the other acts that we see go against each other in the verses, we wouldn't think that would happen.
Never.
Egos are too big. Well, we'll never see that. Now look at all of this. We're getting some.
It was big.
Oh, man.
It was big.
And Swizz and Tim were featured in Billboard magazine, and it said somewhat like hip hop and R&B, blah blah blah, something like that. And right away, and even just now, just when you said big for hip hop, you just reminded me. To me, this is bigger than hip hop. Hip hop is worldwide. So when certain publications say hip hop and R&B or urban, they're trying to still
section us off,
put us in a box, make us seem like this is the niche thing that it was in the 80s. No, this isn't hip hop. This is a global phenomenon. When Verzuz posts it, they're posting the time in different time zones. Nigeria, it'll be on at this time. UK, this isn't just hip hop. This is world culture now. So the fact that
I felt like it was like the Super Bowl. That was the feeling that I had.
Oh.
I'm not gonna listen. All day when it came on, because first I seen the time, it said 6:30. I'm like, whoa, okay. And then I seen it was Pacific time.
Right.
I'm like, oh no, because my bedtime now is 10 o'clock.
So
now I know they're gonna get on there. They're gonna get on there and stop playing the DJ text playing music. I'm like, all right, woo.
Oh, the time was
I'm gonna
killing me.
take a shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. But once it started. And the next thing you know, I'm waking everybody up. I'm lacing up my Timbs. I got popcorn. I'm over here like I'm at the.
He doesn't have popcorn.
I have popcorn. I posted a picture. Listen, it brought you back.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It brought you. I felt like it was 2001, right?
What a great year.
Yeah.
I even said it. I said, yo, I'm going to Ultra Complex. I said it on my. Everyone was like, yo, what's up? What we doing?
Okay, I just want to make sure because you weren't outside.
I know. Come on. I've been there.
I said, yo, who am I scooping up? I'm going out. I got my Timbs on. If they don't let me in, that's fine. I got the back. You know how
you got to keep it in the trunk.
You got to have just in case.
You had that one dude that would slide you in. If not, you had to go. You had to back up. You had to
jeans
back up
too
outfit.
baggy. Your shoes ain't right. Yeah.
Man, I was ready to hit the club.
Oh my God.
Last night. That's
Fat Joe said he went to White
energy
Castle.
that brought me.
It was amazing.
Yeah, he said he went to White Castle.
That was a really good listen.
The setup, the stage, the setup.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
They had cameras everywhere. They had Michael Buffer there.
Bring them out.
Which hip hop, black people, everybody, Swizz and Tim, hello, can everybody hear me? Michael Buffer is a legend.
$1 million every time he does it.
Every time, thank you, man. I'm glad you said it because a lot of people don't know that, and it may even be
Just for
higher
that.
now. It may even be
Yeah,
more
it's high.
now.
That was back in the day.
I
You're
was
right.
gonna say something about that. Go
So,
ahead.
I watch a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of UFC. His brother, fun fact, Bruce Buffer is also an announcer.
Oh, nice.
So
Bruce Buffer's a funny name, but go ahead.
It definitely is.
So this man, this icon who's called fights for Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, everybody, reverence,
Go, brother.
golden voice.
Hip hop versus.
He's here, gracing us with his presence. This isn't a white or black
The
thing.
white
In
suits.
a suit.
In a suit.
white
The
suit.
only
The
person
white
in the
suit.
suit there.
Yeah, white.
White. Immaculate.
Didn't just say let's get ready to rumble. Announced them out. He goes, Jada Kiss.
When he
Freaky
said,
Z.
he said something like Young can
announced
stand up. When he said Young can stand up, I said, did he just say Young can
So
stand up?
this icon, this legend is there, and people are talking over Michael Buffer. Never in my life. We have to do better.
Yes.
Please, please, let's
Have
appreciate
some respect.
that.
Because like
we
I
don't
was
know
on
no better.
Facebook. I was on Facebook and I was like, yo, they're going, like you said, the time was moving.
It was
Yeah.
killing me.
I was like, yo, I can't.
I was dosing.
I can't. I was like,
was
wait.
leaning.
Listen, though.
I would say they meant 9:30 Eastern. Whoa.
I know. I seen a 6:30. I said, oh, that says Pacific.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, 9:30, and that's like I said, I turned it on, and it was the last round of the box, and I said, all right, they gotta wrap this up.
DJ went for like
I
an
said,
hour and a half.
I was like, there was no knockouts in these boxes. They went all to the distance. Where they do that at? I was mad.
You better be glad, because then it would have been waiting longer.
They didn't. They went all to the distance. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I started getting tired. I'm on Facebook talking junk in my comments, and I said, yo, I'm about to tap out. And I laid down. I put the TV on a sleep timer. That's how you know it's real.
Oh my God.
And then I heard Michael Buffer's voice. And I said, oh, hell the fuck no. Hold up. I got to get up. Is that Michael B. Buffer?
Yeah, man.
I don't know what his middle
Michael
name
B.
is.
Buffer. We'll keep it though. I like it.
He came out. I said, "Oh, it's going down tonight."
And that's how they got me.
This is real. It's going down.
Despite the Diplomat's performance, I think we all can agree that was an amazing versus.
Listen, let me tell you something. I played, because the next day you play on Tidal or whatever streaming you have, the playlist is normally 40-something songs because it's supposed to be 20 per round. I went to that playlist. It said 59 tracks because the Lox.
They went crazy.
5 songs in a row.
Yeah. Yo, they did Dope Money. They were doing B cuts and killing it.
Yeah,
Y'all may not know that joint.
Mixtape songs.
Rough Riders, one of their Rough Rider compilations, a song on there called Dope Money by the Lox. I would, no lie, get on the highway and do I would put that song on specifically, Darren, in my CD player in my Honda Accord, and just 110. Bow.
I literally was just telling Q yesterday because we watched it again, like I said, and I was like, yo, I've done so many miles to this particular song that they're doing right now in my Corolla.
Man.
It was a masterpiece. What they did and how they put it together. It was great for me to still hear the Dipset songs.
Yes.
But we talking verses wise, it was just a slaughter. They were unprepared.
No
But
contest.
it was great to hear music, real hip hop music.
Yeah.
On both sides, and you compare it to some of the stuff that comes out today. It's just like wow, like
Yeah.
I was wondering that. I'm like, I wonder if some of the newer rappers who think they're so fly watched that and was like, you know what, I got work to do.
No.
no, and they should, especially they should
should.
watch Jada Kiss where it was no vocals.
Yeah.
Like
They
straight
should.
pure voice, own the mic, win the crowd.
Some of them will. Some will
Some
be
will.
inspired.
Yeah, I agree.
But for the most part, the sound that we hear
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
that's the sound
it.
of this generation.
That's it.
So,
No, I mean more of the work ethic that you can look and you can tell.
No.
That you can tell they're in shape. It's not about just simply writing rhymes or freestyling.
Yeah.
You can tell they're in the gym. You can tell they're eating well. You can tell they're sleeping well. He's talking about, I'm supposed to be in bed right now watching Honeymooners. Like,
woke
come
me up
on.
for
And
this
I
shit.
was like, yo, he's right, because I'm trying to be in bed myself, but here we are.
Yeah,
He
it's
said, "Are they serious?"
it's something that some of the younger rappers will appreciate later in their career if they still have
Kind of
one.
like we talk about all the time.
Right,
When
like,
you get older.
oh man,
As you get older,
they'll say I'm 40 something, and damn, I'm thinking back when Red and Meth and Lox and all these folks were doing their verses, and they were that age, killing it, and I'm like, leaned up. So hopefully they recognize it at some point, but that's the key.
Because even watching it, I'm like, okay. Because we were like, yo, Jewel has no teeth. How old is he? So you
God.
Google it. And he's literally,
He's not that old.
he's like
he's a
8-9
year.
months older than
Yeah,
our
than us.
friends
Right.
that we
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
school with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are actually on the younger end. I'm on the cusp of the younger end. So people that we went to high school with are Jewel's age. They're 39. He's 39.
Yeah.
And then you go,
Yeah, these guys are age mates.
our age mates for real. Speaking of, oh, my eyes itching and I think I have eyeliner on. I forgot. So listen to Lottie Dottie because we were talking about
And then we got to
doggy style.
rap after this point.
You gotta be quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got nothing else.
What you mean?
I mean, I probably
sure
have,
there's
I
some,
wanted
but
to talk
we-
about Andrew Cuomo and all that, but
Oh, there's
rap.
a lot. Oh man, we don't.
It's a lot
got,
this
yeah,
week.
there's a lot of time. Unless we split it into 2 episodes.
We could just make one long episode. It's up to you if you want to listen. Anyway, anyway, what was I saying? Shit.
You were saying.
You were sitting chilling, relaxing, shooting.
Then your eyeliner.
And then
Guys, I was like, seriously, guys.
Oh no, you were saying. What was she saying?
you were saying that you were chilling. That's all I got.
Oh my
Why
god.
you thinking about it? Can I say something real quick?
Oh my god.
Real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Hey, Bay and hey, Bim.
What's up?
Do you know why women
Oh god,
close their eyes during sex?
is this a joke or you just?
No, it's a
asked-
joke. It's a joke.
Oh, okay, okay.
joke.
Do I
No,
know why?
Darren,
You know
why?
Because women can't stand to see us have a good time. I saw it earlier and I had to share. I'm sorry. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Jen, did you figure out what you were gonna say?
I'm
yet?
inclined.
All right. All right, Dipset. Dipset's in the building.
Oh, I don't because you guys ruined it for me.
Oh man.
I
I
hate
was just
that.
letting you know there was a time limit.
Time limit about what?
The pod,
But
yo.
what were you talking about with the before that?
We were rapping a verse.
You were watching it. You chilling. I got the chilling part.
So mad at you guys because as soon as we finish,
Is it on your list?
You got something in your eye.
I don't have nothing in my eye. It's just burning because your
burning?
stupid house. Make sure you check us out on WBRU on Mondays between 1 and 2 p.m. That's awesome.
Yes.
The Reggae Fest is this Monday
Yeah.
on Block Island.
Yeah.
There's so much going on this weekend.
Andrew Cuomo is out here
Being a nasty man.
being a nasty man. You ever change your shoes while you're driving?
Look.
No.
Look at that.
I knew it was gonna be a rapid
It
fire
happens
type
every
thing.
time.
It's gonna be a rapid fire.
No, that sounds very dangerous.
No.
I did it today. Yo, you ain't got no driving skills then.
You were putting the Yeezys on while you're driving?
Nah, I was putting on Vape Max while I was driving. I had a 97s on.
Okay.
Because I had all right, listen. I had pink and black Nike breast cancer socks on.
God bless.
And those are dope, right? And in order to have them, I had to wear pink sneakers. So they was in my trunk.
Uh-huh.
So I had to wear sneakers from in the house to outside. That way I could go to work. Because I'd be running late a little bit.
Right.
And so when I got in the car, I was like, you know what? You should take the pink sneakers out of the trunk and bring them in the car. And then that way when you're driving, you can switch them so that you don't waste time when you get to work. And so that's what I did. And I was like, yo, I don't think they could do it. Oh my God, I know what I wanted to talk about. That's not what we're talking about.
Go ahead, Jen.
This one would take a long time. I was going to talk about the thing about you know we talk about Black Twitter?
Yeah.
So there's a Ghana Twitter.
Oh.
And so I follow at Ghana Twitter on Instagram. I don't know them. They don't pay me. But they kind of break it down so I don't have to go actually searching in Ghana Twitter because I don't live in Ghana. And so there was a little kid. They had like, I guess at the end of the school year, the schools have a thing called Our Day. It's kind of like field day. And the kid wrote a letter to his mom. And the mom's coworker actually posted on Twitter where the kid was like, listen, this is what I need for Our Day. I need you to give me cookies, this and that. I didn't let you down when it came time to exam, so don't let me down, Mom.
Oh, I think I saw this.
And this was like, I think on Friday. And so from that, once again, I haven't been to Ghana since 1989. So the country has progressed. And different companies have now moved into the country. And so different Twitter accounts like KFC Ghana, Domino's Ghana replies to this kid like, oh, we're going to donate 10 pizzas to your school. We're going to donate chicken. And it just grew from there. And so all day Friday, I was just like stuck on it. Like a company that has milk, a company with cookies, a company with ice cream, Froyo Ghana. There's a
Froyo in Ghana? They gentrifying Ghana?
Bro, thank you. Say it again for the people in their back.
What is happening?
For the people in their back. What is going
Froyo
on?
in Ghana?
What is going on?
Is it even a Froyo in Providence?
What is going on? I ain't never had Froyo before in my life. People in Ghana.
Yeah, that's a little wild.
So it's going on. There's just building and building. It was like they have a condom company. I think it's called Festival Condoms or some shit. There was like, we're going to give condoms to all the teachers and we're going to come teach the kids about, sexual mechanisms or some non-sezzy way of saying sex ed.
So this is the Twitter black hole you ended up in?
Friday, I did no work. So following. And then the performer Kitty commented. He was like, where's this kid's school? I'm going to come perform. Then a radio station commented, we want to come cover it, TV station. So then the TV station Instagram page shows that performer performing at the school. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
All from a kid letter.
All from a kid's damn letter. And then it comes full circle. The government hit up the mom, was like, the kid's underage, but you got to pay taxes for all them things you got.
No. Are you serious?
So then I took a portion of that letter when Dipset let me down.
That I saw.
And I crossed off mommy. And I said, Dipset. This is the letter I
That's
sent
how
them.
she got there.
But that's not even what I was meaning to talk about.
Jen, all right.
But that's where we're going to stop.
Darren.
So quickly plug. Thank you for listening and rocking with us as you usually do. Make sure you follow us on social media platforms. On Instagram, it's PLSDELTHIS. On Twitter, the same handle. On Facebook, Please Delete This. On YouTube, we're Please Delete This. Anywhere you look, we are Please Delete This. Make sure you follow us on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes Radio, iHeartRadio, Pandora. Make sure you listen to us on Mondays at 1 p.m. on 101.1 FM in Rhode Island.
Yep.
The TuneIn app, search WBRU 360. Shout out to DJ Franchise.
My guy.
In the morning crew, you can listen to them on Monday and Tuesdays during the day. You can also catch good music by DJ Manic, and then catch us in the afternoon. What else am I missing?
Make sure you follow as a PVD event spaces.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Say more about
you
that,
have to
Jim.
do that. Yeah.
I know.
I swear to God.
Lord.
Put that
We
on
are
me,
way
Ricky
over
Bobby.
time, but we are super appreciative to our good friend Bay for joining us.
Bay,
Friday.
once again, man.
Ah, man.
We know you are
This was
past the
fun.
bedtime,
Yeah,
man.
it's-
But
Nah,
appreciate it,
yeah.
man.
This is well worth it. It was better than Verzuz, man. With Dipset.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Don't say
so-
that.
Nah, they let
I,
us down, yo. That was disappointing.
Yeah, that was
It
disappointing.
was
but
entertaining, but it hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I
it
thought it was
hurt
gonna be
my heart
closer.
too, because I thought it was gonna be closer than that. But it was
Yeah.
a slaughter.
It was entertaining.
But nah, man, I appreciate all three of you. What you guys have done and have built. I remember Darren talking to me about it, about the vision and to see where you guys are at. And to me, you're still just getting started.
For sure.
I'm proud of you guys. I'm blessed to be on this show. And listen, just keep it going. You got a lot of people that are rooting for you. Me of course. And you guys are gonna take this thing to the top because this show's for real, man. And everybody out there, all my followers. Not just listening to tune in. I know I put it on social media, but make sure you follow and listen to this powerful dynamic team after this show. Follow them, support, show love, because be a part of this journey. Because listen, Rhode Island is Rhode Island, and not a lot of people make it out, and it takes a village. And this right here, please delete this, is fresh out of Rhode Island. And I'm telling you, they're gonna go places. So I'm proud of you guys again. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you,
and
brother. Thank you.
I'm honored, and I had a blast tonight. This was amazing. We talked about some real topics. I opened up to people. You guys opened up, and we had a lot of laughs too, man. This is amazing, man. Please delete this, man. It's the real deal.
The man
For real.
said it.
That's it.
No mas.
It's endorsed.
That's it. Catch y'all next week.
Like, share, subscribe, and all that.
Good stuff.
All of
Yes.
Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Man, you a natural, dog.